What is up, everyone? Welcome to WBG Xbox Podcast, episode 174. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm feeling great today. I'm feeling great. We had a great weekend, us Xbox fans, a great showcase. And we're going to talk about all of that. We're talking about Phil Spencer and Matt Booty interview. They said some very interesting things. Talking about Ubisoft show, I thought their little showcase was pretty fire. I don't know if you guys saw it or not, but we're going to talk about all of that. You know, we have a great guest today. You know, let me just get to the guest right now. Now, this man, he is like one of the biggest Xbox YouTubers in the community, and he is not a Ponybot, guys, regardless of what you guys think.
Hey, I was going to introduce myself as Ponybot Randall Thor 19, though.
That's funny. So like this gentleman, Randall Thor, he's constantly on other people's podcasts. He's tired, man, but he still said, Dirt, I will be on the show. We're going to talk about Xbox Game Showcase 2023, and he is here. Randall Thor, thank you for joining us today, my brother. How you doing?
In that,
I'm doing really good, man. It's really good to be here, and well, you know, it's much better feeling after, you know, last year, right? When like we did the show, and we were all kind of like, you know, it was all right, I guess. Like it was 12 months, yeah, whatever. This time it was like, all right, that's what we needed, that's what we wanted, and Xbox delivered in exactly kind of what they said they were gonna do, right? So I can't wait to hear what you guys think, because it's just been a whirlwind of, you know, reactions and things of that nature. So,
yeah, absolutely, man. We're going to definitely discuss that. But let me get the super chats before we get to the rest of the panel. Adidas 20 with the 20. He says Chicago hospitals are filled with ponies getting their legs bandaged up. Dirt, can I get a woohoo? Shit, damn, man. And Sean, give me that. I don't know. Sean, it's late. It's kind of late for Sean. But Joey Dog barking at pony. Shout out to Ray Ray.
No dogs today. No dogs today. I'm in the office.
Thank you, Diddy's 20. Hey, but you got another one with the 5. I have to tell you, Dirt, as time goes on, games will look better. Series X not tapped out at all. Yeah, I agree, man. Sure. I don't know if you guys heard, but Phil Spencer was asked about, you know, the PS5 Pro and will Xbox have a mid-gen refresh, and he was like, "Nah, pretty much no."
This is it.
Yeah. And I agree with it, because I don't think PlayStation needs a mid-gen refresh. I really don't.
They do.
Come on, man.
They need to make the console smaller at least.
Yeah. I can see a slim model, but I don't know. Mr. Elder with the 5 pounds. Catch the show tomorrow, bots. TTS, and we've been eating good whilst PlayStation has no games. Hashtag Dreamcast got face look like the bear from Avowed. Oh, come on, man. We got a guest today, man.
Oh, God.
We got a guest. Maybe around there with the 2 Sega Xbox. They had a pretty good partnership, man. Watching that showcase, we kept on seeing Alex pop up. He was like, wow.
Alex and RGG.
Right. And RGG, thank you for reminding me. They got a pretty good relationship. Clearly, Phil Spencer was flying to Japan all those years, and he was doing something. Justin March with the 10. Thank you, Justin March with the B. Appreciate you, bro. Panic is Boss with the 5. Pre-ordered the Starfield Collector's Edition and bought the controller and headset as well. Nice. Hopefully, it's Game of the Year contender. That showcase great fire. Yo, Starfield, man, looks very good. Looks very good. Profit with the 2. Oh, come on. F3 guys got with the pothole swollen chipmunk. Come on, man. Oh, my God. Bone Slave with the 2. Xbox slap meat and drug it across Sony's forehead. Hey, Bone Slave, you are like half a pony, aren't you? Even Bone Slave talking trash. What's going on today? Top Notch with the 5. Goosebumps book had chapters missing and replaced with dark sheets of papers saying Dirt was here. Hashtag they took my chapters. Yes, man, I'm still hurt about that. Dang. Please, they took my chapters. Hopefully they'll be back eventually. Gamers Paradise 75 with the 5. I will be buying a Xbox Series X redacted Dirt Edition. Keep TTSing. Now, why would you say that? We got Randall Thor on the show, and y'all already cracking jokes about me and Dreamcast. I can't believe you guys. Sean, what's going on with you, my man? How you doing?
I'm good, bro. We'll get into it. Listen, what a great showcase it was. It was a really strong showcase. This is what we wanted. Obviously, we always want a bit more out of these showcases, but this is what Xbox needed to do, and they delivered. I'm definitely going to be talking about
Joey,
it,
we got a
especially
lot.
like
Joey got a
sorry,
lot
sorry.
of feedback, bro.
yeah, especially some of the aftermath has been incredible and seeing the meltdown. So everybody hit that like button and shout out to Ran for coming on and talking that shit with us.
Absolutely, bro. Joey, so I know you're at work, bro. I know you're not gonna be able to talk as much. But so what's going on with you?
We held the line. That's all I can say. Like, the show was great. I liked it. Starfield is much more than I expected, and I'm just happy and excited. Unfortunately, I can't express it that much because I'm in the office, but I'm just gonna. I didn't want to miss the show. That's it. It's one of those days that I had to be here. But anyway,
bro.
that's it.
Hey, like Rand said last year, we was kind of like, yeah, the show, it was okay, but that 12-month thing, it really made the show, no new announcements. So we were kind of, yeah, but this one is a little different, man. They had some new announcements, a pretty damn good show. And like you said, Joey,
We will hold the line.
did, and we're here. Deb, what's up with you, man?
Not much, man. Like Sean was saying earlier, I think this has finally been like the show. Like you could tell it was going to be different because Xbox figures were talking shit like before the show happened, so you knew it was going to be a big show, and they delivered.
Absolutely,
So
man.
I'm
Absolutely,
just happy, man.
Yep, I'm happy, and this is just like. It was 2019. Remember when Phil had his interview after the E3 2019, and he said, "You know what's got me excited? The things we didn't show." And people was like, "How dare you, Phil? How could you say something like that?" Well, if you think about it, I'm still excited because there's so much stuff they didn't show, man, and it's absolutely unbelievable. But before we get to the show, let me give a special shout out to the members on the channel. Gonna read them. Jordan Mays, Mitchy Poo, Enzo, Rashawn Eppinger, Chicken Eye, Xbox is Gold, No Sir, Deploy, Amir, Fark U, Hidden Blunts, Doggy Dog, SP, Hector the Macho Man, Layden Manny, Reese S, Joker Man, Donnie, Eternal Sadai, Mark, 2068, Primus Gaming, Dark Moon, Apollo Cooper, Zero Requiem, Kevin Baldwin, Mr. Fernando, Duke Toggle, Big Bad Mo, Railski, Mark 187, Dragon's Blade 79, The Gears of Truth, Joey, Ray, Dirk Mikowski, Hyro, Glass Walker, Mandingo Mythicus, Mutt 1973, Xena, Texas, Obaya, Yisrael, Davey Armanda, Emmanuel A1, 5.0, Trey Gaming, Ghost Hole, Rock, The Blue One, Ken Williams, Big Boy Mike, Big Brewski, Dan Lazaro, Onyx, KO, Black Truth, Paddock is Boss, White Sexual Chocolates, Jazzy Noop, Venomous Viper, Seven Nevers, Wasso Series, Makai 28, Photo Bro, Gummy Hernandez, Lonely the Black Mama, Jonas the Dad, Squigglies, Coco Cho 8, Carl Weed, Fonz Hudgens, Durf Jackson, Boss Red, Jigga J, Mario 187, Jerry Mack, what's up, bro? Random Citizen, Soldier, Dragonheart, Yobi, Highlander, Storm Walker, Chio Walker, Tool Man, Top Notch, Self of the Pain, The Mechanic, Raging Cajun, Hot Spot, Squiggly, Slim 73, Lawrence Davenport, Shinobi Kicks, Caribbean Hybrid, Victor Click, Ozzy, Mr. Eldrick, Zodiac, Daily Warrior, Kansas Raising Potato Salad, Reggie Lee, Dark Child, Adidas 20, Tip Diamond, Game Shark, Ritz, G Stealth, Javier, Skywalker, Bad Mondays, Red and Blade, Your Baby Father, Maurice Branch, D Skills, H-Town, Gaming by Choice, Sean M86, Bunty, Lord Star Killer, A. Rodimus, Justin March, Pong Soul, Kendrick Star, Angel Therapist, MD, Chill, Carlos Pochasaur, Ron, Hyperfane Gaming, and Dutz. Whew. Thank you guys for being members. Now let's go ahead and get to the show. Now, Xbox Games Showcase 2023. There was a couple weeks ago, a lot of people were saying I'm not tempering my expectations. Some people were saying, this is Xbox. You must temper your expectations. A lot of people had predictions. Xbox teased the Fable was going to be at the showcase. And a lot of people were saying, this has to be Fable. I did a video about it. Rand talked about it. A lot of YouTubers talked about it being Fable. Some haters saying, no way it's that Fable. I said, it has to be Fable. They started off the show with Fable. I couldn't believe it. And the in-game footage, they let you know in-game footage of Fable looked absolutely incredible. Now, I want to ask you guys about Fable right now. First, Rand, Fable. I know you were surprised it was first, like everybody else, right? But when you saw it, like, what was your thoughts when you actually saw the in-game footage?
I wasn't that surprised it was first. I said there was going to be one of three games: Avowed, Fable, or Hellblade would open the show.
Okay.
But yeah, the way the game looks, it looked better than I thought it would be, to be honest with you. And I had heard some things beforehand about like how good it looks, but you don't really know,
right?
Until you actually see it. And then they slap the in-game thing at the bottom, because now you have a discussion about, well, was it gameplay? Well, it didn't look like gameplay. And it's like, well, I mean, sure. I mean, maybe there's a couple segments there that could be construed as that, but I think people are like, that's just CG. And it was like, well, it's clearly labeled in-game. So, and the developers came out later on Twitter and said that it was captured on the Series X, right?
Right. Yep. Sure did.
So, I mean, there's a reason why they teased Fable. There's a reason why the game's taking, long, because they need to get it right, and it's because it's set up to be one of the most important games for Xbox, like in the future, right? You probably look at Starfield as like the most important game right now, and probably the biggest game Xbox has done in quite some time. Fable's like the next one of that after that, right? Like Fable's that big and that important. So even though it didn't have a date, which means it's probably not scheduled for 2024. 2025 seems to be maybe the year. I liked the tone they were going for. I don't know, man. It was just really impressive. And Playground's one of those studios where there are a lot of doubters. Like, hey, can this studio that only makes racing games actually transition to make a action RPG and bring back a beloved franchise? And if they nail it, Dirt,
right.
If they can nail that transition, people are gonna have to start talking about them as one of the top developers in the entire video game industry.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Because from a visual standpoint, oh my God. Let me ask you this. I heard that Fable, the budget is like Halo-esque, kind of like in the realm of a Halo game budget. I mean, that seems to be true just from the outside looking in. Like, what do you think, or have you heard anything about that?
I mean, I don't know about like budget specifically, but I mean, it's been in dev for a while. They built a whole other second team, new studio for it. So yeah, I believe that it is that important. Like, it has the money behind it. It has the pedigree behind it. It's an important game, So, yeah, I believe that, it probably has a budget, close to Halo. You know what I mean?
Right. But it's funny because you, excuse me, like you brought up the CGI aspect of it. And, excuse me, that Phil Spencer and Matt Booty interview on Giant Bomb, they brought up Fable. I have a clip that I want to play right quick. And because they're at, like, Phil Spencer's answer when they asked about Fable, the CGI. Well, let me just show you. It's a 45-second clip. Make sure the volume is up. All right.
I was gonna say, obviously, like, you showed off Fable today. That's a big deal for you. There's a lot of games that people wanted to see that are now there now, and you put like 2024 on there, so you've kind of amped people up now. What is your strategy now going forward to make sure that you maintain that momentum? Because obviously my thought is now we won't see Fable again for months, and we still haven't seen any gameplay for it. Like, that trailer was fantastic, really good tone piece, and I really enjoyed what was shown there.
Why did you think it was gameplay?
Why
did you think it was gameplay? Why did you think it was gameplay?
Why do you think it was gameplay? So, like, did he say, why do you, did you or didn't you think it was gameplay?
I think he said, why
sounded
didn't
like,
you
why
think...
didn't you think it was, right?
Yeah,
yeah.
That's what I thought he said. Why didn't you think it was gameplay? I love that. Yo, man, if you pay attention to the trailer, it looks so good. These people think it's not gameplay. This happened in 2021, the VGAs with Hellblade 2. People, that was 100%
They still don't believe it.
Cinematics. I mean, there was some cinematics in there, but there was also some gameplay. And the transition, you couldn't even tell, right? Because it looked that great. Oh man, so let me ask you guys. Let me get these super chats before I go to you, Sean. Apollo Cooper with the 2 after Spider-Man 2. What else? No PS6. Oh, they had TTS and early in the show, baby. Let's go. Joe Dunmore with the 5. One of the plan is using Starfield as model after Dreamcast got face.
Oh goddamn!
Oh my goodness, man. Will made it with 5. Question for the mythical, stupendous all-star insider ring. Gear 6 win. Oh, come on, man.
Gear 6 won?
Yeah, you said Gear 6 win.
When we will see it or when it will release?
That's the question. You didn't specify that.
Well, let's see. I mean, we could see it next year, right? With the potential Gears collection, Gears 6 tease. But my line of thinking is Gears is probably 2025 at the earliest, with the outside chance of it being 2026. I mean, Rod Ferguson was just on IGN recently, and I think McCaffrey asked him about how long it would take for the next Gears game, and Rod said basically 5 years, and it was like it would just have been a year and a half just to switch the engines and nothing else.
Wow!
Right, and that game shipped in 2019. So if you figure
crazy,
if they would have started working on it in 2020, to Rod's 5-year comment, you're looking at 2025. Which sort of kind of lines up. We know they're working on Gear 6.
Right.
So, yeah, I would say earliest 2025 with the potential of being 2026. And maybe they have a Gears collection before that to like what Gears fans' appetites for a bit. You know?
Is it Gears collection real or not?
Tough to say.
So are you insinuating like them hopping from Unreal 4 to Unreal 5 then? Like would take the year?
I mean, that's what Rod Ferguson said in the IGN thing, that basically the engine switch over and all that stuff would have taken a year and a half just by itself.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he was just this was right before the Diablo launch. He was on IGN talking about it. So he said 5 years, and 5 years would have been like 2025. So it's still in line, right?
But you know what? It's fine. We have a lot of games now.
Yeah, we got a lot of games in between. It's not like, last gen where we had Halo, Gears, and Forza, right? But let me say this. Like 5 years, last generation, Gears was dropping every 3 years. So that's more confirmation that this generation is taking these games longer to develop.
Bigger and better.
Yeah, it's just crazy, man. And that's why you're starting to see more smaller games. But why so serious with the 5? Dreamcast guy Rage quit doing the Starfield show because they keep showing the moon and it reminded him of his face. I cannot believe this.
That's why Xbox still needs to acquire more. That's why PlayStation is acquiring more, because games take way too long to make now in comparison to what they used to. So now you need more teams. You need more developers. You need more support studios.
Yeah,
especially when you have Game Pass, when Game Pass needs games, you can't only release 2 games a year. And I know we'll talk about that interview where I think Matt Booty said their goal is 4 games a year now?
4 games a year, yeah.
4 games a year.
Yeah, so it's like we need, they still need to acquire more studios, right? They got to land the ABK stuff, which I'm sure we'll talk about what happened with the FTC today, right?
Yeah,
Who helps with Perfect Dark again?
Crystal Dynamics.
Yeah,
probably a bunch of other studios.
They would be a good team to pick up too.
Interesting stuff, man. Karen's raised the potato salad with the 5. Why y'all didn't share my tweet? I want all the smoke from the pony. Share it. Pinkfoot, aka Dirt, and Butt Cracking, aka Joy. By the way, what's up, Thor 19?
Yo,
what did I do?
What's going on?
Damn. Adidas 20 with the 5. This one for Sean. Shout out to Randall. There you go. Shout out to Rand, man.
Ponybot. Remember? I had a couple people come in my chat and call me Ponybot, and I went to Dirt. I'm like, yo, people call me Ponybot. And Dirt's like, I don't know, man. We didn't come up with that, but because I lurk your guys' shows, for a little bit, and I see that term always used. Yeah. So I knew it was kind of came from here, and I'm like, people think I'm a Ponybot. I'm like, oh my lord, okay.
It's all good. No, I think they know you're not a Ponybot. Long live the Black Mom with the 2. I told you yesterday, Dirk Glock Spencer. Yeah, man. Listen, feel like the swagger and feel on that interview with Giant Bomb is so different from the interview with Kind of Funny. because the kind of funny interview, it was literally he just got all of the information about Redfall, and his body language is 100% different now. The Giant Bomb interview, he was smiling. His body language was totally different, and I love it, bro. I love it because that's what they want to hear. As executives over there, you can tell they want people to like something that they do. They don't want to hear bad feedback. They want to hear positive feedback. And the Starfield and the showcase itself got a bunch of great feedback, and they're happy about it, man. Max City with the fire. What a time to be an Xbox fan. Showcase was straight dope, direct from the plug, no cut. Xbox really gave the fans what we wanted. Fable looks crazy fire. I agree wholeheartedly, bro. Wholeheartedly. John TJ with the 2 Xbox show 9 out of 10. Sony show 2 out of 10. I agree with that. Well, I gave Sony show a 3 out of 10. No, 4 out of 10. But 3. I agree. No, I gave it a 4. Jax 182. I'm sorry, 82 with the 199. The girl sitting there asks better questions. I didn't watch the whole thing though, but did she ask better questions?
Yeah.
No. Max City with the 2 Clockworks looks amazing. Great surprise. That game,
first party, baby.
That looked incredible. I gotta ask you guys about that because that game looks incredible. In Exile, I was on a podcast with Tim Dog last night, and I know we heard the story, but he was saying how In Exile, what's the lead guy over there, Brand? I can't think. Brian Fargo.
Brian Fargo.
Was he about to retire? They said he was about to retire until he heard, until Microsoft approached him. He said, "Oh, okay, can actually make a game with Microsoft resources. Let's go." And that game looks incredible. I think it's the sleeper of the show, actually. Range G4 with the 5. Oh, shit. Question, is Dreamcast got face running the Unreal Engine 5 or dynamic scaling? Oh, come on, Range G4. Leave the guy alone. He's a nice guy.
It looks like more Unreal Engine 3, to be honest, or whatever.
Here's over the 5s. When DC called Starfield's plan as big and empty, he was actually talking about his own existence.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Okay, guys. Maybe we got to guess, man. So let me ask you guys, Sean, I heard your reaction firsthand because you was like, man, with me, about 5 or 6 seconds ahead of me on the live stream. So Fable, bro.
Yeah, man. Like when it comes to the studio Playground games, I always said this is going to be the number 1 studio in Microsoft first party game. I might be a bit biased because it's a UK studio, but whenever Playground shows up, when they showed that Forza Horizon 5 and they showed the side of the mountain and the rocks, and people didn't believe that was in game, and when they transitioned into game, everybody was blown away. So when it came to showing Fable, always people who questioned, will it have that funny type of character looking, which it did have a bit of a character, but not how Fable looks the old school, will it be a bit janky and all that stuff? But no, I'm glad Playground's doing their own spin, and the way this game is looking and the way it started off the showcase with a bang was perfect. In-game footage, and like in between you can see the snippet of gameplay and the humor. Maybe people might not like it because they say, "Oh, this is not my Fable," but it's gonna happen. This is a new generation. This is the Playground Games. This is Playground Games Fable. This is their team, and I'm glad they're not like going for going like after the old school fans, making them happy. No, this is a brand new game. This is our IP. This is how we're gonna make it.
Their vision.
Yeah, straight up. And I absolutely love what they were showcased, and the way the game looked, it was incredible. And that's what when people question it, yeah, that was CGI, that wasn't gameplay. We've seen this happen many, many times before. Hellblade was exactly the same thing. But seeing Fable start of the show, just put a stamp there. It's like, listen, we're here. You talk about like Xbox only has Halo, Gears, and Forza. Xbox does not have any graphical looking games. This is the game we're starting with. And it was incredible to see that, because it was incredible to see that. And I do believe, like what Ran just said earlier as well, I really do believe they're going to nail this game. They're taking their time, and Phil knows this, because this team deserves it. This team last gen carried Xbox along with the Coalition and Turn 10.
Right.
They were hitting the 90 rated games, which they still hit the 92 rated for Forza Horizon. So they deserve the budget, the time. When they want to show the gameplay as well, when they want to show the game, they deserve it, because they want to be the number 1 studio. We heard from Ralph Fulton. He said that we want to be number 1. We want to be the rock stars. We want to be the Naughty Dogs. And let me tell you something. What I said just there, that is possible, bro. They can be right up there. Once this game launches and if they can deliver on like the story, the world, like the graphics, there's not a problem with the graphics, the way the game looks. But if they can deliver on the world and the open world, the RPG mechanics and the story, they'll be right up there with the top tier studios, and that's a first party IP play.
Absolutely.
A racing team making a massive RPG game. That's gonna be incredible, bro.
I love it, man. The future is looking so great. Joey, so like I know you said you kind of can't talk much, but what you think about Fable, man? Because you were pretty excited for it, also.
Yeah, man. I mean, the things that the art style, like I was expecting it to be a little bit more like stylized, and then at the end it ended up being like really realistic, and it's surprising how good it looks. And the second thing I'll say is like this is pretty much Fable. Like in the middle of the trailer, somebody called the woman like a wanker. I'm like, what the fuck? And then you see her like kick the chicken. Like that's all I needed. Like that's it. That's Fable.
Kick the shit out of that chicken too.
You kick the chicken. So it's like it's pretty much Fable.
Launch that shit.
It pretty much had the humor. And we saw a little bit of gameplay, and I'm like, that's gameplay. That's fucking gameplay. And I'm amazed. Like
the fight, little fight.
Yeah, if they managed to pull this off, like we already been in. Like when we saw Forza Horizon 5 on that E3, we're like, oh my god, this looks amazing. Now look for Fable. If they pull this off, man, there's no doubt. Playground Games it's up there in the upper echelons of best studios in the world. So they cannot be denied, and I have faith that that's gonna happen. And I'm just waiting. So that's all.
I agree with you, bro. I agree with you. Hey, Devin, so what you think, man?
I just can't wait to play the game. I think it looks incredible. I think the fight looks like it. The fighting scene that we've seen of the gameplay, I think it looks perfect. Exactly what I would assume most of us would be imagining for a Fable game. I think they hit the nail on the head, bro, and I just can't wait to play the game.
I agree with you. R&B, what's up, brother? Did you see the showcase? R&B, you piece of trash.
God damn it. Even me at work come in like in time. God damn it, R&B.
All right, never mind.
Don't you start that crap. How you doing, everybody? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I'm sorry for my
It was my Fable, bro.
Oh man, I was watching you guys stream, and then what I do is, if the show is as amazing as the show was yesterday, I try to watch as many streams as I can to get everybody's feedback and see what everybody's thoughts. And that's what you guys. I watched our Lord, shout out to our Lords. Phil Spencer didn't have to knock out the ponies that fast in the first round, man. That was like 30 almost. Like, come on now. They had that pony on the show just staring at the wall for like the whole half hour. Like, come on, man. God dang. I wasn't even expecting that, but I was so happy that they were able to visualize their vision of Fable. I forgot that they're actually in Britain, so that actually makes sense. And I don't know if Peter Molyneux has any like what's the word?
Influence.
No, I don't think he has no.
With all due respect to him, if all due respect to him, I hope not.
Yeah, I don't know if he's in an advisor role at all. I don't even know if he's involved at any point. But the comedy came through, the sense of adventure came through with the werewolf. Like, I don't know if y'all saw the guy. She was clearly talking to some guy, and like a split second later, like a werewolf took his ass up the screen.
They did a close up.
Yeah, it was that. The dude that was talking, I didn't recognize him, but I know he's from that show. Britain. I can't remember the name of it, but he always has that weird look with the afro and the eyes. When I found out he was a giant and he was trying to kill the hero, for some reason it was just creepy because his face, his mad face is just like a blank stare. So he was trying to like squash or whatever thing. It was just the same face. Like, why is this horrifying for some reason? But the whole thing was just dope. I loved it. I can't wait to see. I can't wait to get my hands on this game because but the combat looked interesting. Like you were doing like she was like rolling on one dude's back and threw a fireball at another guy. So something like it's like some CQC stuff. But yeah, I loved it. I love what I saw. I cannot wait to get my hands on this game.
I agree with you. I agree. Hey, what's up? So people in the chat see Fun Speculation, see 3-Bit, see Fark U, see Pong Soul, Joe Smo.
Wow. Pong Master himself?
Yeah, Pong Master, yeah. Thank you guys for stopping by.
Hey, 3-Bit, what did you animate in this game?
It's definitely awesome to see the homies been rocking out with the Xbox, and this is the showcase that delivered. Like, Ron, let me ask you something. You seen like the Fable. In between, we seen some like magic when she does that fireball animation. It looked clean to me. Like, you know, like sometimes you might think, will the gameplay be good because this is a racing team? I know it's a brand new team, but it's still from a racing team. But like seeing some of the mechanics and even the fireball animation, it looked really good to me. Like, did you get a chance to see that clip where she does that magic?
Oh yeah, yeah. That the animation on that fireball stuff was fantastic.
Yeah,
it almost looks like too good. Like it's like wow, that animation looked really good.
Hey, let me show you what Ryan McCaffrey said. Thanks, Dad, for finding this because I ain't see it earlier. He said, Fable looked so good yesterday at Xbox Showcase that I'm seeing a ton of people saying, I wish they'd shown gameplay. That was gameplay. We are starting to find out what insane non-car stuff Forza Tech is capable of.
That was exactly what I was about to say.
Yes,
I'm surprised.
Do you guys remember? I think it was earlier in this year when everybody was shit. Can I swear on this podcast?
Yes, you can. Go ahead.
Because I swear on my own, but I always got to make sure like after the hour because YouTube.
We swear too much, man. They took my chapter.
Do you guys remember? I think it was earlier this year where they were trying to basically shit on Fable, trying to be like, oh, they switched engines and they're starting over from scratch and all that stupid stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like look at yourself now, huh? Exactly, man. Let me get these super chats. Your baby father with the 5. I'm still leading the charge of the pony bot inquisition. Rid yourself of those infidels. LOL. There's a few out there, man. Chill Carlos with the 2. Ran now the pony bot. Gaz is the king of pony. Come on, man. Shit. I like Gaz. I told you, Chill Carlos. Gaz is the homie, man. Shit. Donlund, thank you for becoming a member, D. Man.
The Lone Stranger.
The Lone Stranger. The Lone Stranger. Oh, okay. Thank you, Sean. But thank you for becoming a member. Yeah. Greggy with the 5. Oh shit. Dreamcast guy loves Starfield so much. It's literally all over his face. Xbox is the best box. Best showcase in years. Love to see it. TTS. Thank you, bro. Yes, bro. Iron Mike with the 5. First Hellblade 2, now Fable. Xbox got 2 games that haters can't believe are gameplay. Nobody has said that about any PlayStation game this gen. That's a great point, man.
True.
That's a great point. They have 2 graphically impressive games to make people question, is that gameplay or is that cutscene? I'm telling you.
Project Mara, like years ago, they were like, is this real life? Going through
They're still developing that game, I'm assuming, right, Rand?
Incredible.
Like you heard anything about that game?
As far as we know, yeah. Hasn't been any updates on it, though.
Right. Nuisance with the 2. Dreamcast got face has a lot of bugs and needed day 1 patch. Oh my God, man. You guys are brutal. Lonely of the Black Mamba with the 5. Xbox is so good. People think all the games they are showing aren't gameplay. This proves they don't need a pro. Fable looks good while Factions is getting canceled. Yeah, shit. So let me ask you, Rand. Let me go back to you now. I did watch a video. We broke down the show. But let me ask you just in case the people didn't hear your video. What are your top 3 games of the show, and what's your top 3 games for the show, and your what the fuck? What do you call it?
Most anticipated one?
No, hold on. I said
disappointment.
No.
Was there disappointed? And was anybody disappointed by anything?
I had a disappointment.
Which one?
Yeah. Well, you go ahead.
Where is my Hellblade 2 combat?
Yeah,
I feel like
that's my disappointment.
Had a similarity with the disappointment, which I think that was like around the only one that I was hearing.
That's across the board.
I was thinking an honorable mention. I don't know why I drew a blank, but I actually like the disappointment better. Top 3 games or moments of the show, and your 1 disappointment. But I agree with your disappointment.
Yeah, so disappointment was the Hellblade 2. Like, I don't need to see another cutscene. I'm so sold on that game. I had like chills when I was watching it, but it's like I don't want to show me the combat, please. Like we've seen. I know the game's going to be amazing, so it's like I want to see what it plays like. With with all that stuff.
Do you think they wanted to showcase on the Series X because that's the statement she made at the start of the showcase? Because people said, "Is this on Xbox? Is it possible on Xbox?" Do you think it was more for like showcasing it for the Series X, which she confirmed?
Yeah, I think so. Just to be like, hey, by the way, this is all captured on the console, right? Because I mean, it makes it more impressive because, you know, with Xbox being PC, you don't know sometimes what, you know, oh, this is captured on PC or this is captured on Xbox Series X. So it was kind of like, yeah, this looks this good and it's captured on the Series X. So, you know, it's pretty amazing. But as for my top three, I mean, number one, Starfield. I mean, Starfield was my hype for Starfield was always a game I was kind of like, all right, I want to play it. I'm a sci-fi nut, but it was always like kind of like in my top 10 for most anticipated games of this year, right? And obviously, as the years gone by, games dropped off because we played them, and it's like, all right, finally, back half of the year, it's Alan Wake 2, and it's like Spider-Man 2, and like Starfield is like 3 or 4. But I'm telling you, after that direct, Starfield might be higher than Alan Wake 2.
Wow.
Because with the stuff that they showed of that game, it seems too good to be true. It seems like it's like...
Yeah, it seems like it's fake. Cause like,
it seems like this is like the most ambitious game ever to a certain degree. Like, it's 5 games in one. It's like, holy crap, they're making that. Now you understand like why Xbox bought Bethesda. And it's like, okay, everybody's tripping themselves over Redfall. They're like, oh my God, is that going to affect Starfield? And you see this stuff and you're like, no, it's not. Like Bethesda's just on another level, right? So Starfield was the biggest thing for me because now I'm sitting there, I'm like, I need this game immediately. Like everything they showed there was just, it is probably the best single game presentation I've ever seen.
I concur.
Wow, that's
true.
something.
That's right.
Yeah. Like I can't even think of anything else that even comes close. Like maybe Fallout 4 in 2015 when Todd revealed it.
No,
but
not even
this
that.
was so much better.
Yeah.
So that would be number one, and number two would be Clockwork Revolution.
Oh yeah.
yes,
Absolutely.
Exile.
So surprised, mainly because like I haven't really played any of NXL's games. Like the type of games they've made aren't my games. They aren't like games I like to play. But hey, you know, you started hearing the rumors, Project Cobalt, steampunk RPG, first-person shooter. Okay, I'm interested, right? Then it's like BioShock steampunk with time travel. That's like I'm a nut for time travel, just like sci-fi. So that stuff's like speaks to my soul. So I'm watching this and I'm just like, oh yes, please. Like I was not expecting it. That's like the surprise, you know? Yeah, we know they're working on something. And like, yeah, you know it's a steampunk RPG, but it doesn't compare to actually seeing it and it blowing away your expectations, right?
It looked great. Yeah, it looked great.
Yeah. So that would be 2. Number 3 would be... Hold on, I have my list. Let me get my list because I wrote down everything. What would be number 3? Number 3. I'll just go for another game. That's not first party. Just to kind of like keep it, you know, like, okay, we'll spread the love. 33 Immortals.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I loved Hades, and this resembles that a lot. But like the whole kind of, it's by the way, it's 33 player co-op.
That's unbelievable, man. How?
Yeah, I'm telling you.
So those would be like top 3 for me, and then my disappointment being, I want my Hellblade combat gameplay. Damn it.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with your list, actually. That 30, man, when I was like, wait, does that say 33 player co-op?
Yes, sir.
How? Like,
I mean, there's 100 people playing Battle Royale. So.
That's true, but it's not a game like this. It's not an open map.
Well, it's like an open map, like a Hades style. But like the game looked really nice and it looked really good and polished.
Javier, man, hold on, wait. Javier, what's wrong with you, man? Just because they ain't show no gameplay, hey, you losing it, brother.
Hey, don't get sniped. Watch out.
But before we even go all in on that, like they didn't show combat, but like part of that was definitely gameplay. Like when she was walking, walking up to it, like that's in game. Like
100%.
See, but the transition between gameplay and cinematic is like you can't even tell.
Don't believe it.
You can
it's seamless.
Yeah,
it's seamless. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Thank you, Frank.
The first game was like that, and obviously it had the puzzles and the combat as well. But it was understandable because that budget was much smaller. The way they're pushing Hellblade 2, trust me, I'm 100% confident. I want to see, of course, this is what I wanted to see. the combat, but I know I'm 100% certain when we do see it, you'll be blown away. Like from the upgrade from Hellblade 1 to number 2, the jump, the level, like you can see in the fidelity straight away, the jump, the level from Hellblade 1 to Hellblade 2 already. And I'm sure when the time comes, when they do showcase the combat, the game is coming out 2024. It could be mid 2024 or late 2024. So it could be 1 year away from now or 18 months. When the time does come, I'm pretty sure we'll see a great gameplay slice when it comes to the fighting mechanics, and I'm sure we'll be blown away.
I was kind of hoping for it, so I kind of maybe set
too.
myself up too high. I guess there's a chance it shows up with the demo tomorrow because they do have some stuff there.
I think Jeff Keighley has that unlocked.
Or there's Matt Booty kind of even hinted at
he did
another show sometime early next year. Maybe they do another developer direct.
Yeah,
early next year.
He did
I did hear at least like for the games that are closest to release after Forza Motorsport, I'd always heard it was essentially Hellblade 2 was the closest.
Right.
So I'm thinking Hellblade 2 is early 2024.
Even before Avowed?
Oh yeah, I think Avowed is later. I think Avowed is later in the year. At least for my own, it's like I've always kind of pegged either Hellblade 2 as fall 2023 or like early 2024, like February, March, April time, and then Avowed towards the end of the year, and Towerborn in the middle, probably a couple other stuff like Forza Horizon 6 maybe next year, right? It'd be 3 years.
Crazy.
Wow.
So that's let me say something right quick. Remember, Xbox has no games, and people were saying Firefield Spencer and this and this and that, and Xbox was just like,
You shouldn't have been talking shit.
y'all quit. Hey, Xbox is back.
Bro,
Y'all thought Xbox was done. People wanted Xbox to die. Now
Dirt,
look what's going on. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I gotta say something because I've been seeing a lot on social media today. Everybody wanted to blame Xbox for Redfall. Fair enough. Like, it's their game at the end of the day. It reflects poorly on the brand. Fair enough.
Of course.
Like, Xbox made Redfall shit or whatever they want to say. But now they're like, Xbox has nothing to do with Starfield. It's all Bethesda, because now it looks like Starfield might be game of the generation type. Now everybody's like, oh no, you can't take credit. You can't take credit for Starfield, but surely you can have all the credit for Redfall.
Right.
Like, it's playing exactly like how we all thought it would. And even in the Phil Spencer interview, he said if it wasn't for the acquisition, Starfield would have came out way earlier than the release date last year.
Yep,
and who knows what the game would have looked like or played like. I mean,
we all know what that game would have looked like. That's not kid ourselves here.
True. I mean, we saw the difference between the trailer last year.
1 year. Looks way
and
better.
then the trailer this year. Like, everything looks significantly better. The gunplay looked way better.
Much cleaner.
I just find it, like, absurd that you put the blame on the one, and, like, you basically say, no, they don't get any credit for the other. It's, I don't know.
We all predicted that. We all knew that was going to happen. 100%. And, like you said on your video, and you just said, even 1 year ago, the difference, the upgrade this game has gotten. That woman that was kind of cross-eyed, they fixed her eyes and they gave her nice blue eyes. It
Give it context.
They gave her context.
It was interesting in that interview. I know you didn't watch it completely, but Matt Booty talks about. He goes, the game right now, as of right now.
Yeah.
I'm sure Randa's watched it as well, and guys on the panel and guys in the chat. He goes, this will be the less buggiest Bethesda game coming out if it launches now.
Let me put
And that's saying something.
Let me put more context to that. They're playing that game since November, and every single QA they have is playing that game, looking for everything on that game. It's the most stable Bethesda game in history.
Wow.
And they're still finding bugs.
Yeah, but Joey, can we just call it like it is? Thank you, Microsoft, for raising Bethesda's quality bar. That's just, come on, say it. Because like you said, if they had bought them that game when it came out, just like every other Bethesda game, buggy, and they said we'll fix it later or not at all.
I mean, even Matt Booty said, remember that first initial release date they had like 11/11.
25.
Here's some news from that, because Matt Booty said that in the interview. There was an earlier date of Starfield even before that, and they told Todd Howard, are you sure? Like, okay, let's push it to November 11/11. Then they talk to him again. You know what? Take your time because this game is not ready. So imagine if that was going to be the initial release date. It was going to be a buggy mess. So
Well,
so Xbox has to have the credit for the build we have right now.
Absolutely, but people would not give them credit for if Starfield goes out there and get a 90 nominated for Game of the Year. Rand already said it. We've been seeing it ourselves. They're not going to give Xbox credit for it. We've seen guys in the past already say Starfield. They said Redfall before the game released. Those games are not Xbox games. Now, when Redfall dropped like it did, those games all of a sudden that was Xbox game. Phil Spencer needs to be fired, but they're not going to say give Xbox credit for Starfield. Hell, even Psychonauts 2.
Yeah,
we heard Tim Schafer say when Microsoft acquired them, they were able to put all of the bosses back into the game. People still say, "Oh, that's not." Xbox had nothing to do with Psychonauts 3, the success of Psychonauts 2. I'm sorry,
not a big deal.
Yeah, it's not a big deal. So we know what's going to happen. But let me get you super chat so we can continue. Harley with the 2. Xbox also has an extended showcase tomorrow. Fire.
I'll be streaming that tomorrow.
What time is it?
6 p.m. But 6 p.m. my time, so 1 p.m. your time.
Luckily, I'm off tomorrow, so yeah, I can see that.
Yeah,
I gotta watch it at work. I gotta watch it at work. Adidas 20 with the 2. Randall, they are showing Hellblade 2 tomorrow.
Indeed,
Yeah,
got my fingers crossed.
Yeah, I hope that would be pretty sweet if they show some gameplay.
I
but then you
gotta
gotta
show something else. I
don't see them going to show the
like
gameplay.
a detail of what they're doing with the game and all that.
I mean, the fact that I said like, well, I mean, I can't get excited for the live. I snooze when they show like Elder Scrolls Online and Fallout 76.
Yeah.
My eyes just glaze over, and I understand why. It's the business, right? Those games are popular.
But you know what? Even though we saw those games again, it wasn't that bad because we already had like
They separated them this time.
Yeah,
we
they
had
separated
Hellblade, we
them.
had Fable, we have all those games. We're already happy.
Also, it wasn't that bad because all they would show a trailer. They didn't have someone come out and talk about. We're so excited for it.
But
P9 didn't come out there.
But I did
Yes,
like,
exactly.
I
Yeah,
did like
I'm
Monkey
glad.
Island one.
I'm glad they paused the exercise. Hey, we doing that. We ain't doing that shit this year. You give us 2 trailers and that's it. Get the fuck on.
I did like the Monkey Island like crossover. I do like.
That was kind of cool.
And think about it. They had this good of a show, right? They didn't show Perfect Dark or State of Decay 3,
right?
Or Everwild or Indiana Jones or ZeniMax's new game or id Software's new game, or like whatever Arcane Leon's working on, which is probably Deathloop 2, or any of the other games from the teams.
State of Decay
the Double Fines I think got 2 games they're working on.
Right. Contraband. State of Decay 3.
Oh, I forgot about Contraband. Holy shit.
Yeah, great point.
That's
Jack's 82.
Go ahead.
Let me get the super chat. Jack's 82 with the 2. What about that Starfield watch? Yeah, man.
Nice.
I said a lot of people ordering that consolation edition.
As the it's a massive game there. This is a game of the
huge
generation.
Game, bro. Huge game. And we're gonna talk about it on like Do You Give a Shit? They said that that I don't know if it's all over the world, but I guess in certain areas, Xbox Series X on Amazon has went up like was it 100% or something sales after the showcase. I don't know how true that is, but that's very interesting.
Yeah,
I can tell you right now, like people were talking about Starfield on my side, and so
your friends are ponies, right?
Yeah,
that should tell you something right there. If pony friends of yours are talking about Starfield, that tells you everything you need to know. Jigga J with the 2. Starfield. That's right, Jigga J looks incredible, bro. Boss with the 2. Do we get gameplay of Hellblade tomorrow? We hope. Well,
am I the only one?
But we hope so.
Am I the only one not tripping because we already seen gameplay of Hellblade? Or they just simply want to see sword
We
play?
want to see combat.
I want to see swordplay. I want to see combat.
Okay.
That's what we're asking for.
Yeah, what we saw yesterday, somebody was controlling Senua. She was walking, and it seamlessly cut to the cutscene, right? And it looked incredible. I just want to see the combat. That's all.
Right. Okay. I agree.
That's fair. That's fair.
Lucky Mo with the 2. Hellblade will be at the extended show. Absolutely. I hope they show what we want them to. Rico Islam with the 5. Dirt. I don't care. Dreamcast got athlete's foot, face, ass getting that work Friday. Oh, come on.
Oh, shit.
You guys are very, very mean to Dreamcast.
They're very mean to Dreamcast.
they don't like him.
They don't like Dreamcast guy at all, man. Mandingo Mythic. I'm not a fan of them either. Holy shit. Mandingo Mythic is with the 5. Dirt. You said they fixed that crooked eye on Starfield. I'm crooked too. Can they fix me as well? Giggity. This is why they took my chapters. Mandingo. Oh my God. Your baby father with the 5. I think Fable actually takes Fables like Jack and the Beanstalk, Three Little Pigs, etc., and takes their spin on it. Looks dope.
That's what I think.
They're definitely doing Jack and the Beanstalk.
I actually said that in a live show. I think they're actually using like the levels of the game could be chapters of real Fable stories, like you know.
We'll see, man. It looks great though.
Which Fable are you punting a chicken?
That's Fable. That's
no, I mean which Fable?
I mean that's
Yeah, all
Fable
of them?
in general. Yeah, all of them.
All the Fables, bro.
You know it's crazy though because
Hey, hold on. Fines, bro. That's why they took my chapters, man. Chill with that sexual talk, fam.
Yeah,
Fines, chill with that, man.
Talks, guys,
Yeah, no sexual talk, bro. I'm dead serious. Don't laugh, Joe. I'm dead serious. That's why.
Wait, what happened?
No, like there's some sexual stuff in the chat, bro. No sexual stuff, bro.
Mm.
You
You said they took your chapters?
Yeah, they took my chapters, man.
Our chapters are gone.
This happened last
like
year.
for timestamps and stuff?
Yeah, I can not, like the timestamp's still there, but the chapters, because it's like this happened last year around the same time, and I noticed when the chapters are gone, you don't get as much traction for whatever reason. I noticed that, and the subs don't come as often, so I was like, damn, they took my chapters, but I don't have any strikes, and they pretty much said, oh, we don't know why your chapters are gone, but this is the only reason I could think, because sometimes it's sexual talk in the chat, so I'm trying to stop. Don't tell me stop crying. They took my chapters.
There was an episode that we had that we were kind of talking about that, and they even shut down the show. Remember?
Yeah, because they were talking. Yeah, man.
So we're kind of like pointing it down. So yeah, that's
not the swearing. It's the sexual talk. We got to watch that, guys. Please.
Yeah, that's it.
Man. So anyway,
let me add something like that before we can move on. Rand knows this because he's been on podcasting with these other dudes back in the days who flip flop or used to podcast with. And like Rand, you remember when you used to do the live showcase with them guys? If it's 2015, 2016, when Sony was showing them games. Them games are 3-4 years away. Why they announced these games so early? Rand, do you remember them conversations when you were on them live shows?
Yeah. I remember them. I remember that.
What happened in 2018 when the games started dropping?
People shut up, I guess.
And that's
right?
what did they start saying about Xbox? These games are where is the Ninja Theory's game? Where is the Playground game? Where is this game? In Exile's game, Obsidian's game, like in 2019, 2020. Right now, guys, 2023. What's happening right now, Rand? Them games are going to be flying out, bro, and they'll be shutting up soon as well.
But Sean, yesterday they were crying that they didn't see Halo or Gears. It's like you can't win with these motherfuckers. You can't win.
Joey, honestly, because I didn't see a single Craig moment at all, the ponies were just so defeated. The only thing I saw was, you know how when PlayStation had their show and Xbox official came out with here are the games that we showed at that they showed at PlayStation and actually still coming to Xbox.
Yeah.
There was no PlayStation official version of that. So the ponies themselves
they did it for themselves.
Took it upon themselves to do it. I'm like, you broke bottom bitches, get the fuck out of here. It's Brett, there's nothing to argue about anymore. What narrative do they have now? Honestly.
Yeah. So all right, so let me give my 3. Like I said, I agree with Rand. The worst moment was the no Hellblade gameplay, but that wasn't
combat gameplay.
Combat. Let me
because people got confused because Phil would slap the shit out of you.
Yeah, no combat gameplay. But my top 3, man, is Fable, Starfield, and Clockwork Revolution. I think all 3 of those games look awesome, man. So what about you, Sean?
Yeah, 100%. We have to put Fable up there. How they started off with the show and the way they showcase the game. I think the second, this was that back-to-back. Shout out to Addict and that. So, South of the Midnight.
Yeah, I love that too, bro.
I love that art style. I know that was in engine, but the art style they're going for, I'm glad that these teams can do what they want to do. Like, don't get forced into making a certain type of game, like Sony, for example, live service games.
Right.
But it's awesome to see this studio wanted to make their own game, got a bigger budget, a bigger team. South of the Midnight, that art style.
Third-person action adventure game, by the way.
Action adventure game.
Yeah.
And deals with magic as well. So that's one of the top ones. Definitely, I'm looking forward to. I said, Fable, South of the Midnight. Is it South of the Midnight? Or South of the Midnight?
South of the Midnight. Yeah.
The All Stars,
felt that.
it reminds me of like the Spider-Man new Spider-Verse movies, that type of All Stars.
Yeah.
So that looked amazing. And the final one, I would say, the interesting one. I know they didn't like it was in Exile because that was the one that people were looking forward to. Because I remember Phil had that interview with Larry in like 2020 or something, end of the year, and that was one of the games they were talking about. Like when they showed off that game, like Phil goes, "Have you seen that game?" And look right here, right
Yeah.
now, that
I
game is
remember that.
probably ready in the next 18 months as well. So that game is looking promising. What they can do in that game. Like I said, Rand talks about time travel and space, like Interstellar. Like I love them type of movies as well. And what you can do with the time and like the combat and the Bioshock, the way the game looks, is looking promising. So that's definitely one of the games I was happy to see in Exile, and I reckon a lot of people were happy to see that game. A lot of people were surprised.
I agree, brother. Or do you have a bad moment or?
The only bad moment I had when I seen these ponies crying.
Oh, okay. Well, shit, that's not a bad moment at all, bro.
No, I'm joking. No, I reckon. I'll be honest with you. I think everybody in the panel and everybody in the chat, they just wanted to see that combat gameplay from Hellblade because that would have shut them up, bro.
That would have shut
That
them up.
would have shut them up, bro.
Yeah. Hey, Deb. So, what about you, bro?
I gotta say, South of Midnight is my number one. I love the art style of the game, and I'm just really excited to actually see the game that they're working on. So that was top of the line for me. Number two would be Fable. I'm just happy it was there. So then we didn't have a million people complaining over that like teaser with like the glitter or whatever. So I was happy to see that. That game looks amazing. Like I said before, I just can't wait to play the game. And then what for number 3?
Oh. You want me to come back?
I didn't necessarily have a number 3, but I was happy to see a Forza release date confirmation. So we all know that we're going to be able to play that real soon. So I'm excited for that.
Gotcha.
And I didn't really have like a disappointment. The only disappointing thing is that the show was shorter than we originally thought. We thought we were going to get in a whole nother half hour of the show, but it went straight to the direct after an hour instead of an hour and a half. So that, I guess I would call it that.
Yeah, I got you. Joey, so you got something real quick?
Yeah, I think number 1, Fable. I mean, that's just weird. It's amazing. Number 2, Hellblade. I think I'm not going to put it on negative because Hellblade showed something that people are not talking about. They were using that meta technology on the facing, which they said it was not possible on the consoles. And now you had it in that trailer, so that's points to that trailer. And number 3, I'll say South of Midnight. The art style alone, like captivated me. Like, dude, this looks like stop motion claymation, and I love it. And I'm gonna even give a little props to Sea of Thieves with Monkey Island. I'm a fan of Monkey Island, and that's an awesome crossover in my opinion. So I'm looking into that. And when it comes to negatives, I'd say not having a custom Starfield console is a negative. I'd say that was a missed opportunity. Everybody's buying these collector's editions right now, and why not have a console? I think that was a missed opportunity for Microsoft, and that's the only negative I see.
Do you guys, any of you guys, buy the Constellation
I got
edition or the controller?
No, I
headset?
just got the controller.
I got the controller as well. Yeah, I bought that.
No, I haven't bought anything. Last but not least, R&B. So, what's your top 3 moments and 1 disappointing moments of the showcase?
Top 3 moments. First is Fable, because again, I am sucker for RPGs, and Microsoft has literally acquired almost every Western RPG developer. 2 is a halfway tie between Avowed and Clockwork Revolution, because I love Obsidian and also love In Exile, because Wasteland 3.
That was right. Yeah, you did love Wasteland 3.
Yeah, and so I can't really give it to one or the other. I just love them both. Avowed really shocked me, because honestly, did everybody watch it and think that was Assassin's Creed when it first started?
No, I thought it was Sea of Thieves.
When it
Because of the
first
boats.
started, yeah, like the guy walking when it first
Yeah.
started, yeah, but then you saw it wasn't. Yeah.
And 3 is I'm giving it to an indie game by the name of Still Wakes the Deep. You guys remember that one?
Yeah, that's the.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what it was. Yeah.
I don't know
the
if
oil rig, the
horror-
narrative horror
Yeah.
game stuck on
Yeah.
an oil rig.
Yeah, that looks interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, that looks interesting. It caught my eye. I really like those specific, unique experiences like that. I almost gave it to that game Jusant, where the kid was like rock climbing.
Right.
Because anything was a particular thing, and it just focused on that thing, and there's a story around it. I really like. I like how gaming has a wide variety of stories I can tell. But I didn't give it to South of Midnight, even though I loved it. Did anybody notice that they completely ripped off Miles Morales' swag of the low frame rate?
As they
animation?
should. As they should.
Oh, come
Yeah.
on. Now we're doing like Miles Morales invented that thing? Come on. That's
No,
not
the low
right.
frame
Come
rate.
on.
It was around before Miles Morales, buddy.
But
You can't give
But,
credit to every Spider-Man thing he does. God damn, man.
no, but I'm saying, like, when's the last time you seen animation like that? Like Rankin Bass?
and every cartoon out there. Come on, man. Stop it.
Anywho,
Like then those Tim Burton movies used to be like that. Those animated Tim Burton movies.
yeah, that's true. But they were like a little smoother than that. But I digress.
I got you.
The one thing that disappointed me, the only thing stopping this game from being perfect, the show being perfect was I needed to see State of Decay 3. If Fable has come this far, Avowed has come this far, if In Exile has come this far with Project Cobalt, I think this was. Yeah. I am now very eager to see what State of Decay 3 looks like, because if they've gotten so much time to improve their game, I really need to see what it looks like. Oh my goodness.
I'm with you, bro. That's one of my most
I'm so
anticipated.
excited.
Hopefully, Under Levs is watching like everybody, and they're like, dude, we got to step up our game, you know? Because look at these games, bro. They're looking fucking sweet.
I'm very like I love State of Decay 2 so much, and I always said something I want from State of Decay 2 is a little bit better graphics, because the graphics actually look pretty decent now as like you know if you compare it to when it first released. Yeah, some better graphics, a little bit more story, you know, just a little bit more story, and I think the game will be perfect for me because I love that game. The Angry Therapist with the 5. I'm sorry, what'd you say, bro?
I was about to shout out to State of Gaming with Post Up, because they literally had a little like 5-minute argument with one of their members about that, because they wanted to see State of Decay 3 too. And they're going back and forth. They said, I don't give a damn. That's my game and I want it now.
Right.
It showed me crazy. Shout out to them.
I'm definitely looking forward to that game. The Angry Therapist with the 5. PlayStation guy kicks rocks with his face. Oh my god.
Oh shit.
Goodness. Jay Rembert with the 20. What's up to my fellow Chicagoan? Rand, did y'all see Brad Smith and Lulu TTSing? Dirt, you'll get those chapters back, you POS. I think Xbox will do a developer direct this year since they have 2 more games coming out. I'm not sure. No, I don't see this year, because even like, you know, Matt Booty said early next year. Plus, this year, I mean, shit, Starfield don't need to be shown off anymore, bro. You know what I'm saying?
After that showcase, that was
yeah, they had a
incredible,
40-minute direct pretty much about themselves. So yeah, they don't need
I said this on the pre-show. I think like Starfield is making every other RPG out there in existence look like an indie game. That game is massive.
However, man, I know how to do it. 108 with the 2 ponies down bag. The morgue would be overcrowded. Damn, 108. That was kind of dark, brother. That was dark, but thank you.
Did you say the morgue is going to be overcrowded?
Yeah.
You 108.
Motherfuckers want
It's kind of
blood.
dark, 108. It's kind of dark,
really
brother.
dark.
Mandingo with the 20. Dirt. It absolutely was not me. I'm like Houdini with my super chats. I would never just come out spewing indecencies. I got a bit more couth than that. You got folks thinking I got your chapters on TV pointing at the dog. No, bro, I'm messing with you, bro. You know, I'm messing with you. You know, you the homie. All right, guys, that was a great topic, man. You know,
let me add one more thing. The beauty of these, like in this showcase, like if it's a Persona games, the Yakuza games, like some of the smaller games like 3 Motors, even Capcom Path of Goddess, is it Godness or Goddess?
That was a good surprise, yeah. Like Path of Goddess.
These games, like the difference between these showcase, these games are coming to Game Pass as well. So if you were like 50-50, like, you know, I'm not gonna be buying this game, but it's coming to Game Pass. Payday 3 was coming to Game Pass day one.
Yeah, that's pretty
coming out
good, bro.
September. So it's awesome to see the second and third party deals coming to Game Pass, and like some people might be on the fence when it comes to them type of games. Like Capcom game 33 Immortals, day one I'll give it a try, and if you don't like it, we can move along. That's the beauty of this showcase. On top of that, because we get a chance to give them a try, and we could either hate the game or love the game.
Yeah.
And that's a bonus for the Xbox Game Showcase.
Yep, absolutely, bro. So you know what? Let's move on, man. Got a couple of things. I don't want this to be too long of a topic, but let's talk about this. I gotta ask Rand. Rand, you are a guy. You prefer 60 FPS. You rather have it in all of your games. The big news dropped yesterday. Starfield is 4K 30 FPS on the X, 1440p 30 on the S. Let me ask you, man. What is your thoughts about that? And in a game like this, is it understandable that it's not able to run 60 FPS on console?
Is it understandable?
Yeah.
I mean, okay. Sure. I mean, if you listen to the developers talk about it, about how it was a creative choice and how the game is and all this sort of stuff, then yeah, you'd probably come to it and be like, yeah, it makes sense why, they chose the things they did and creative choice and why it can't run 60 on the console, right? And I always was thinking in my head anyways that it was going to be 30. It wasn't like they said it was going to be 60 and then went back on it and said, oh no, it's actually 30. They were always like, no, they didn't say that. So,
right.
I mean, I get people's disappointment. I want to play the game at 60 on console, 100%. Like, so, they'll all talk about like, hey, world's most powerful console and the Xbox Series X and all that stuff and, 30 frames. But even like a game recently that I played, Star Wars Jedi Survivor, that game could not hold 60 frames at all either.
Yeah.
In a performance mode.
It couldn't yet. And
Starfield is doing a lot more than that game. It's doing a lot more than almost all the other games out there. Like, it's all physics-based. You saw the thing where, hey, you can grab a sandwich, and I got all my sandwiches over here, and the game remembers that, and like everything's interactable, and it's got all these systems within systems within systems. So
it's crazy, bro.
Yeah, it's very CPU bound by that. So yeah, 30 frames makes sense. I think even Todd did say that sometimes it can hit 60, but they locked it for the fidelity of what they wanted. So it wasn't surprising to me. It's just disappointing. It's like when you I'm sure when I first play it, I'll be like, 30 frames, ugh. But then it's like, you'll get over it. It's just my thing with Redfall was that they promised 60. They showed it in 60. It was on the box at 60. And then like last minute switcheroo, no 30. And it's like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, but with Starfield, it's like, yeah, it's disappointing, but I'll get over it. Is it the end of the world? No. Does it mean the Series X isn't a powerful machine? No.
Right.
It just, it sort of just is what it is, and I don't think it's going to affect anything. I think Starfield's going to be absolutely massive.
I agree.
And for those of you that do want 60 frames, there is a PC version.
Yeah, there you go.
At least Xbox does offer that, where it's like, hey, there's this version you can play if you really want to. But I wonder how like beefy people's PCs are going to have to be to get a really stable frame rate and resolution on that, right?
Around like I would say this, of course, 60 FPS is the way forward. None of that filmic bullshit. shout out to Jazz for that. But like I would say this, Todd Howard, I feel like they just want to make the game come out perfect. Like he talks about like the performance mode, but it's not holding 60, so he wants to give a rock solid 4K 30 experience like the fidelity high as well. I believe in the future, like maybe 4 or 5 months down the line, they'll go for a performance mode, but they want to get this game out running perfect on these resolution mode. So is it disappointing? Of course it is, but there's an option out there. People who got a good PC, a beefy PC, you'll be able to play at 60. I'm not sure what resolution, but the game does require SSD on the PC as well. That's what we know as well when it comes to the tech. But I would say down the line, in the future, maybe 4, 5, 6 months after launch, I reckon we will get that 60 FPS mode. But as of right now, they're concentrating on launching the game in the best state they can, so they're going for 4K 30 for the consoles.
Hey, but don't forget, Todd Howard said that they wanted to keep a lot of the graphical fidelity. I can't say that word for shit. Fidelity. I cannot say that word. You know, like he wants to keep all of that stuff in there.
Like me with consolidation. What? Forget it.
Yeah. It is one of those words I can't say properly. But yeah, so I mean, it was their choice. Phil Spencer said in our interview, it's not a hardware thing, it's a choice. It's what the developers wanted. So that's what was said, and that's what I'm gonna roll with, man. Because like Rand said, I've been playing Star Wars Jedi Survivor. I'm playing it on 30 for whatever reason. It's okay for me. I played Forza Horizon 5 in 4K 30, but that's just me. I do prefer 60, but I guess it's certain times I will be okay with 30. So this game is going to be huge. The 4K 30 stuff. All it was after that great showcase, I saw some PlayStation fanboys try to use that as ammunition. Oh, look, the world's most powerful console can't run 60, haha. Then you see Digital Foundry and some other people come out like, listen, with a game this massive, come on, you know.
That's call it what it is. Ponies, I challenge you, name one game y'all got making on PlayStation that's half as ambitious as Starfield.
Oh, they ain't got
and then we
none.
can see why.
Yeah.
Name one. They can't. Because all they got for going for is graphics. Like, let's stop with this nonsense. Of course, you got a game at 120, 60 frames a second playing Foam Stars. They're Splatoon ripoff. Stop this crap.
Foam Stars.
If you want to cry and say it should be doing 60, okay, we should be doing 60. Y'all should be making more games besides single player games that already burn out after like a few weeks.
Oh,
stop this trash.
Y'all done made R&B mad. Damn it. Let me get these super chats. THX with the 211. Xbox first party showcase. Can't wait for Gamescom. Yeah, man. So they are supposed to be at Gamescom. I'm not sure what they're going to show. I hope it's not Joy, man, what was that thing called? Trebuchet. Just don't show them Trebuchet again. Rashawn Eppinger with the 5.
That's
South
funny.
of Midnight was a great surprise. It has deep lore. Robert Johnson on the guitar. Check out his story. Devil at the Crossroads.
Yes, somebody actually mentioned that on the
TTS.
DMs. I was gonna check that out.
That game's gonna be fire, man. I'm telling you, bro.
Dirt, did you get a copyright struck for the song?
Yeah,
too?
absolutely.
Like,
Yes, because I told you, Dirt. I like cut that shit.
You
out.
did tell me to mute it because I was gonna mute it. I was like, I for like it. I got one for that and one for some other thing too. I got 2 copyrights.
I got 3. I got 3 copyrights.
Oh, you got 3? Wow.
I don't know. Yeah, one was for that, but I don't know what the other 2 were for.
Yeah, I got 2. I guess everybody got them. D-Skills H-Town with the 2. Dirt, I got your chapters right here. Come on, man. Show some respect. Don't laugh at my pain right now. Man, thank you, Matt Thickens with the 5. Dirt. My man in the chat said you point at the words on the page as you read. I'm weak. How do you see the words with eclipse over the page? You know what? Apologize to me right damn now. It's not funny. Apologize to me. Jigga J. Dad, man, don't laugh at that shit, man. Jigga J with the 5. Shout out to Rand for coming on. Chi-Town, stand up. Rand, did Jazz ever get you to eat those mayonnaise on your fries?
Hell no. Hell no.
Call Weed with the 5. Final Fantasy 16 at 1080p upscale to 1440p on PS5 doesn't maintain 60 FPS and isn't anywhere near as big or complex as Starfield. I played Jedi Survivor in 32. So good, I'm not the only one.
The performance mode on Jedi Survivor was rough, dude.
It was. Yeah. One away. Did you finish that game?
Oh, I love that game. Yeah,
Yeah.
I finished
Oh,
it.
you finished it? Yeah. Yeah, I had stopped playing it when Redfall came out because it came out before. Yeah. I finished Redfall. I went back to that. Now I'm on Diablo 4. So, yeah, I'm all over the place right now. 108 with the 2. Frogs want to play in 60. Frogs want 60 to play on their 1080p $200 TV.
Talk that shit.
Yeah. Top notch with the 5. Dreamcast got face was modded into Starfield. He mad salty because he didn't get paid from Bethesda. Top notch. Come on, man. What Dreamcast got to do to you, man? Oh, this is crazy. Jax 82 with the 5. The narrative needs to be stopped that games play better on the PlayStation than the Xbox. It's not the consoles, it's the devs making the decision. Fair enough, bro. Fair enough. Luke Skywalker. I'm sorry, you about to say something?
Yeah, Dirt. Have you seen this narrative that the ponies running with? They're trying to say Star Wars. What was it? Outside. What was the damn name?
Outlaws.
They're trying to say
Looks
that's going to be better than Starfield now.
I did see that. Yeah, that game looks incredible. It
That
looks
looks
incredible.
good,
though.
that game. It looks
Oh, that
promising.
damn game looks good. Luke Skywalker with the 2. You know, there's going to be a mod that gives 60 FPS. Of course. Always. Game Shark with the 5. Shout out to Dreamcast guy for getting his back by one of his favorite devs. I did see that. Just FYI, that's Reggie. Hashtag I hate them. Hashtag where's my chapter. I did see the PlayStation dev kind of
Slap him up.
slap him up a little bit. Joker Man Donnie with the 2 graphics and sales is all the ponies care about because that's
He's
where they
not
had
lying.
the advantage is
It's not
sales,
lying.
So
Sales, they can enjoy the sales because their future's looking bleak right now. They were making live services games and they rely on the sequels, like God of War sequel, that's a PlayStation 4 game, Horizon PlayStation 4 game as well, GT7. Now the future, like Spider-Man, that looked good, but doesn't look impressive to me. I wouldn't be surprised if they want to put on a PlayStation 4, but these are all sequels. Every game that Xbox announced at the showcase, majority of them were all brand new IPs.
yeah, like with the exception of
full-on
Hellblade.
reboots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, I agree, man. All right, guys. Y'all got anything else about Starfield 30? I was gonna ask Joey.
That's fine. It doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
1,000 damn planets. Are you crying about 30 frames a second? Really?
I would say this before we move on. Like that game, that I need to rewatch I've been watching all the reactions like throughout the day, but that 45-minute like deep dive for Starfield, I don't think anybody on the panel and people, even the media people, didn't expect Starfield to be on that level. What they're going for, what they were talking about in that game, they showed so much of that game. That and they said they still had more to show.
Right. Right.
even,
Phil did
shown
say
that
that.
game.
Yeah.
Sean, did you see that Todd Howard said that Elder Scrolls 6 most likely be his last Elder Scrolls game?
No,
I
I
didn't see
didn't even
that.
say that.
No, I didn't watch that.
Yeah.
He's retiring or he's just stopping the franchise?
No,
Just Elder Scrolls.
he said Elder Scrolls will most likely be his last Elder Scrolls. Because you figure Elder Scrolls probably come out in 2028, 2029.
right.
Then we know
2030.
they're supposed to do Fallout 5 afterwards, right?
Yeah, I think he's.
So by that point in time, Todd's getting up there in age. I would imagine he
Right.
retires. So yeah, I mean, he's probably like, yeah, Elder Scrolls 6 can be my last Elder Scrolls, and then
Can Fallout 5 come first, please, so they can finish the story, please?
2040, bro, Fallout 5.
God,
2040.
dog it.
Wasn't it a rumor that Obsidian might?
There was a
Fallout
rumor
New
by
Vegas
Jeff Grubb that there was talks that
Oh,
Obsidian
talks,
might
okay.
do New Vegas 2 or something.
Yeah,
Right.
they did
Right.
confirm
The guy
that.
that did like Pentiment, right? The Sawyer guy.
Maybe,
I
yeah.
think it's-
I mean, it's possible, after Avowed ships, that maybe that team and Josh Scheuer go on to make like a Fallout New Vegas 2. And that would be the next Fallout game, like actual new Fallout game.
Right.
And then Bethesda Game Studios will make Elder Scrolls 6. And then after that, they'll do Fallout 5, which, probably like 2034 or something.
Oh shit.
You got to think about this, like, Rand. That's a great point because he talks about they sold like over 60 million copies when it comes to that game as well, I believe.
Yeah.
And like I said, it's got Starfield, a brand new IP, 25 years in the making. I think he's going to deliver on this game for sure. Indiana Jones, as well. On top of that, he's leading that. I know the team is leading that, but he's overseeing that game. Then Elder Scroll and Fallout. It's the way he's gonna retire. If he does retire in the next 10 years, you gotta give him on Starfield and Indiana Jones. If it hits Elder Scroll and Fallout, that'll be a good way to.
That's
end
amazing
his,
career.
A career, yeah, 100%.
I mean, when you talk
Starfield-
about developers that are known, it's probably just like Kojima and Todd Howard,
Facts.
right?
Right.
Yeah, bro. Them are the only two guys. The names keep coming out. Like,
Yeah, that's true.
Miyazaki is another one that is known a lot from software, from software. So
Yeah. Todd Howard. Good stuff. All right, guys. Let me get the super chats and we can move on. 108 with the 2 breaking news. Pizza face guy jumps. Come on, man. You can't come on. 108. Come on, bro. Come on. Don't say no. Come on. You better than that, fam. Man, Bunty with the 2. Is Spider-Man 2 going to be on PlayStation 4? They said no.
Yeah. They said no. But fingers crossed.
Lord Starkiller with the 5 Dreamcast guy for POS of the week. We'll see. You know, that's actually a damn
Probably
good
have a lot of
segue.
choices for POS of the week.
Always, man. Always ran every week. That's a pretty good segue, man. So let's go ahead and get my timestamp. Get to it. Hey, Sean, you know what time it is?
What time is it, Playboy?
I think you know. Piece of shit of the week. Is that time, guys? POS of the week. And Rand already said I could have had like at least 18 to 19 POSs of the week, but I kept it to 2 this week. Let me go ahead and show you guys the first of the 2 POSs of the week. Kotaku, look at this publication. Yes.
Shit.
After Xbox Showcase, they said Xbox last big exclusive was missing from the showcase after getting panned. First off, why in the hell would Redfall be at the showcase?
It's Kotaku, man.
What the hell is wrong with these guys?
Oh, man.
This is embarrassing. When you blatantly hate Xbox, you know, and I try not to say media buyers, but what is this? Come on, man. Then
Looking
they got
for clicks.
missing game up there. Come on, bro.
They're gossip rag, dude. They're just looking for
How many
clicks.
likes and clicks have they got? Good
They
on.
only got 28 likes, man. And this was yesterday. So they should and like 3 bookmarks, and one of them is me. And let me unbookmark this bullshit. So yeah, come on, Kotaku. Come on, man. This is embarrassing. Redfall that was missing from the showcase. The game came out a month ago. Why would it be at the showcase? Stop it, asshole.
Yeah, I mean, I guess how come Kotaku didn't write an article saying God of War, the last big PlayStation exclusive, wasn't at the PlayStation Showcase, last PlayStation Showcase?
Right. Right there.
Why
they say
not
that?
the same energy, right? Right? If we're
Exactly.
doing the same thing?
Exactly.
Why wasn't God of War Ragnarok at the last PlayStation show?
Right. Great point. That shit was so stupid. Let me show you. Let me go to the next one. The second POS of the week. Now, I kind of like this. Well, I like the second part of this POS of the week because this guy got owned. Dreamcast guy said, LOL, people mad that I said Starfield should be 60 FPS on a console. Keep defending unfinished games, bros. Now, Danny Corleone, he is the environmental
from Sony
artist.
Santa Monica.
From Sony Santa Monica. He's holding Kratos in his hand, a baby Kratos, right? He says, game dev here. Big fan, by the way. Wanted to clarify, it's not a sign of an unfinished game. It's a choice. 60 FPS on this scale would be a large hit to the visual fidelity. My guess is that they wanted to go for a seamless look and less pop in. And of course, you're right to dislike the choice. I love this POS of the week because Dreamcast guy is the POS of the week, but this Danny Corleone, he didn't have to come out there and say anything. This is a Sony developer, but he is a developer, and developers, they tend to stick together because, you know, us as the consumer, we think we know, but we don't know shit about game development. He's telling Dreamcast guy to shut your ass up because you have no idea what you're talking about. It was their choice. And Dreamcast, listen, man, I know the chat hate Dreamcast guy, but he's been on the rampage lately with his man. He was hating on Starfield so strong, bro. I don't know if you guys seen it. I don't know if you watched my video today, Sean.
I'm still not watching.
I got a clip, bro. He was just hating, like blatant hate. Like, why is he hating? Why is he so mad about this game? But yeah, but those two,
we know why. We know why.
Yeah, I know why.
Hey, Jared, I got a third one for you.
Let's go.
do you?
Yeah, I just DM'd it to you.
Oh,
okay.
People have been sending it to me all day. So
Okay,
I was like, you know what? I was kind of thinking maybe you'd show it, but since you didn't,
Oh, I did see this. I didn't have time, but hey, y'all, look at this one. It's definitely another one. A big time piece of shit of the week. I did see this one. Now, can you guys see it on the screen good enough?
Yeah, I put it as full screen.
This guy named Nick. Now, R&B mentioned this earlier in the show. He said Star Wars Outlaws absolutely shit on Starfield in every way possible. graphics, gameplay, and story. PlayStation Nation, Starfield will soon be irrelevant, and we will be eating good on the multi-plat. Come on, man. This is confirmation that PlayStation fanboys are down bad right now. They're using a multi-plat that Xbox actually has the marketing for. Xbox actually has the marketing for Star Wars Outlaws. They're using this to say Starfield will soon be irrelevant and we will be eating good. Hey, Nick, I obviously don't know you in real life, but look at yourself. You should be embarrassed by this shit. Thank you, man, because I didn't put it on my list. Thank you.
You know what it is, like, I always talk about this, like, guys, like, we could play Starfield and I could put like 10, 15 hours in, and if I don't like it, I'll move along, but I understand what this game is going to do. You got to understand, like, Elden Ring, me and you played it for 7 to 10 hours, we dropped the shit.
Yeah.
But we understood what that game did, and it just took over the, like, for the year, it was a game of the year, but for the last 6 months, it dominated everything. Starfield is going to be that type of game. And PlayStation does not have a game like that. That's what it is. I don't give a shit if Xbox acquires ZeniMax. This is a first-party game, and the way this game is going to be, a PlayStation studio can't even come close to make something like this. Like, even other developers can't make games like this. Let's be real.
Right.
Only that Bethesda could make a game like this on this scale. And the beauty about this is they got more time, more resources, and more budget this time. And they can make the game, whatever game they want to make. This will be like Todd Howard's like best game launching this holiday. And you know, I just can't wait to see the meltdown when it does launch, and it be hitting the 90s. Like, Rand, let me ask you something. I believe, like, I listened to you a couple of times. I think you were in the ballpark before this Starfield Direct. You were probably in the ballpark. Like, I was in the ballpark around about 90, but were you like in the high 80s?
I was like in like 88s.
How are you feeling right now after what the showcase
After
yesterday?
watching that, if they can deliver on what they've shown, and there's like not a lot of bugs, and it's their best kind of performing game,
Yeah.
and if they can, if they deliver on their promises, 94, dude, maybe.
I'm
You know, like
94.
Skyrim's like a 96. If they can, if it looks and plays as good as what they showed off, and it's not like kind of like smoke and mirrors, you know. Bro, you could be looking at a 90 plus easily.
Easy.
Hey, man,
Game of the
do
year.
you know how fun Twitter is going to be if that happens for me? And
Is it going to get the Xbox deduction though?
I don't think. No, I'm not a really big proponent of that because a lot of the games, I think, you know, the Forza games I always review in the low 90s. Hi-Fi Rush was like an 89. Like a lot of, if you go and look at even, me and Colt had kind of like gathered all the games that Xbox had put out, and their Metacritic average was actually higher than PlayStation's.
Yeah.
So I don't think there might be an individual who would, right? But I don't really think it's one of those things where it's like, oh, I've decided to deduct points from Starfield or anything like that. So I do think individuals might here and there might have their own thing, but I don't really think that's a widespread issue.
Okay.
If it was, I think we'd see a lot more of the Xbox games be a lot lower than they were. I mean, like Halo Infinite, people forget Halo Infinite. His Metacritic is as high as like Horizon Forbidden West, and
Right.
You know, it's higher than Ghost of Tsushima and stuff. Like it's like an 87.
Mm-hmm.
And
Do you remember? Sorry, Ron. Do you remember when Hi-Fi Rush came on that one media site said, "Oh, it's a great game," but because Xbox
Metro
had a light 2022, yeah, them pieces of shits from the UK.
Yeah, like I said, there might be like one or two or whatever,
Yeah.
but I think for the most part, people review a game how they feel it deserves to get. There might be a couple here and there. They're like screw Xbox or whatever, right? But
But that was the beauty of this. Not you know when like that interview with like Jeff Grubb and like all these media people, where even like Digital Foundry as well, and like all of these guys, like the well-known people, after seeing that Starfield Direct, they were blown away that you showed that much content for like Starfield and what you can do in that game, and there's still more to do, like more to show in that game. I think everybody, like the media people, the high like bigger people in the media sites, they were blown away. Like, I think they're all on board. Like, this is going to be one of them games that are going to last for 10, 15 years. Definitely a game of the generation. And
yeah, because Starfield's a
wait.
game that could, if it's really good, it could drive clicks, because Starfield's a game that guide makers are going to really, delve into and talk to you, tell you about what planets you should visit and what quests there are in each of the planets, which is where a lot of the websites get a lot of their clicks. So, like, you might think, Redfall, for instance, you got a lot of clicks for it being, you rated the game low. But in reality, I think a lot of these websites actually want stuff to be high because they want people to constantly be searching for, IGN runs their whole, like, guide stuff where they get a lot of views from that stuff. So if they really actually want the games to be good, because that means more people will be clicking on their guides where, they make a lot of their money and stuff. Yeah. So, like, I think they actually want Starfield to be amazing, so everybody wants to play it and then wants to click on other articles and other like guides for the game and stuff, rather than it being bad and then nobody caring.
Right. Hey, I just put this up right quick. If you guys can see, Starfield has become the top-selling game on Steam in under in a day.
Damn.
So yeah, the game is going to be huge, bro. The game is going to be huge.
Now the
Hey,
question
Dirt.
I have to
Yes,
ask
sir.
is, that's on everybody's mind. Does Jeff Keighley really in love with PlayStation so much to snub this game for Game of the Year?
Who knows
Starfield?
at this point?
Yes.
That's impossible. The date doesn't allow it.
I mean,
Where's
Jeff has always says he's not involved in that.
Yeah.
I thought he had the reigning choice. Or
No. It's if you look at like who's involved, it's basically all the major websites. Jeff says he's not involved in picking the nominees or the winners. It's like all the there's like the panel there. You can find the information on Google about who's like involved in all that. So if Starfield doesn't get nominated, it's because the reviewers didn't want it to be, essentially.
Yeah.
Because that's who's voting on it. It's reviewers from like Giant Bomb and IGN and GameSpot and all those places. Influencers, I think some of them have a vote and stuff. But Dirt, someone wanted me to ask you, what's up with Phil's Hexen shirt? Does it mean anything?
Yeah. That's a good question. Who knows at this point, man? It seemed like I know they asked him that on that interview, and he said, like, what did he say? He said, he kind of blew it off.
What are you talking about? Like,
yeah, right. He kind of
Does it
blew
mean
it off,
something?
man. So there could be something to that, man. It's very interesting stuff, man.
He knows its software is doing something.
Yeah, so we about to get to do your give shit. We're gonna talk about some of that stuff.
So
So
get the super chats before we move.
I'm
to
gonna get the
next.
super chats, but I forgot to do this. Nick, Kotaku, and Dreamcast guy. All three of you are pieces of shit of the week. Piece of shit of the week. Close it out, Sean. You know it's very important to me. Let me get the super chats before we go to the last 30 minutes of the show. 108 with the two piece of guy face scraped up. Oh, come on, bro. We stop with that.
Jesus Christ.
Which death on the guy? Come on, bro. Ain't that serious? Come on, 108, man.
TTS player.
Shane G with the two. How about Xbox 160 million monthly active users? Yeah, that's pretty good stuff, man. Xbox, see, people want Xbox to be a failure. They want Xbox not to do well, but even though Xbox in third place, they're still doing good stuff, man. 108 with the two.
You know what's interesting with that is I don't think that's even counting Minecraft, because Minecraft by itself has 150 million people that plays it a month.
That's incredible, man. That was a great pickup by them. That was a damn good pickup, picking up Mojang.
You think so? It's probably the biggest gaming acquisition ever.
Right. Well, that's big time, man.
Do you remember what people were saying when they bought Minecraft for 2.5 billion?
They paid too much?
They paid too much.
Yep.
What are you doing? That's so stupid. You're never going to make your money back.
Yep, I remember that. Nobody cares about Minecraft, like stupid stuff.
Look at yourselves.
Now look at you. One away with the two. He hates Starfield because he's asteroid face. Oh my god, man. One away. He's feeling it today. Javier with the two. Mind you, Dreamcast guy gave GT7 a 9 out of 10 when it launched. I do remember that.
Yep.
I do remember that. Lord Star Killer with the 5 just goes to show that Dreamcast guy does not know shit about game development when he claims Starfield at 30 FPS is unfinished. Dreamcast guy, look at yourself. Yeah, he POS of the week, man. Fonz Gamer, what's happening, bro?
What
with
up,
the
man?
5. What's up,
Fonz.
Greg, Panel, and Rand? I think Starfield will be at least a 90. For me, it looks like a high 90. Yo,
Yeah,
man.
After
I
that,
hope so.
after that direct, if they can deliver, even like end of that trailer that you talked about on like web devs, he had like some sort of power or something.
Yeah, like some Jedi shit.
Space magic.
Yeah. Soldier 251 with the 2. Dirt, my guess for Metacritic for Starfield is 97. But now, you know what? If that happens, let me tell you something. If an Xbox first party game got a 97 Metacritic,
It's a wrap.
Bro, you already know what people are going to say in non-Xbox game.
they will. You're right about
We're
that.
running with that. We're gonna be doing a
right
show every day.
We're gonna do a show every day. Dirt chapters. Come on, man. Why you name yourself that? When you say Joey is a POS, why you talking about you, Joey?
What did I do? God damn it.
How you gonna name yourself Dirt Chapters? How dare you? That's
So-
not funny.
How many of you here are going to spring for either the 5-day upgrade, either through buying the version or getting the Game Pass upgrade?
The game.
I would probably get the Game Pass upgrade.
Yeah.
I did it with.
It's
I did
Very
it with
smart, because people are going to want to play that game early, especially if it's really that good, just like Forza Horizon 5.
Yep.
And it's like, okay, I think it's $100 if you buy it or something, like 100 something. I think it's like 100. But hey, if you got Game Pass, it's just 35.
Yeah.
Right? Or 40 or whatever it is. It's like, oh yeah, I want to
That's what I'm gonna do.
FOMO kicks in.
That's
And then you're
what
like, oh god damn it, everybody's playing Starfield but me. Nah, here's $35. I want to play it now.
You know
Exactly.
what's crazy though? Like Matt Booty and Phil's talked about this. They've been playing this game for a minute now. So I wonder when the media people will get it. Like, will they give them like a 4 to 5 weeks? This game it's gonna be massive. So I wonder when the media will get to play this game and review it. Give it a review.
They would
Yeah,
have
Rand,
to.
You probably get one, Rand.
No,
You never know.
I don't.
Come on, Rand.
Bethesda and Xbox are separate. Like, so like Xbox had nothing to do. Xbox PR had nothing to do with Redfall.
Right.
And I don't think Bethesda really knows who I am, anyways, which isn't a big deal. It's fine. I knew Redfall was going to be bad because it was like 3 days before release and nobody had a review copy. It was just like, yeah, they're hiding it because they know what they got. But with Starfield, I have a feeling, because I think McCaffrey played it as well. I think select journalists did get to play like an hour yesterday or on Saturday or something. So they're letting people play it already. There's probably going to be one of those a preview at some point where they fly people down and play it. I would imagine they give at least 2 weeks to play this game, if not 3 weeks, for people to experience. Because I mean, you need time. This isn't a game you can just. It's probably even a game you can really play in 5 days or a week, right? You need a lot of time.
Yeah.
So
it's gonna be huge, man. I wholeheartedly think that Starfield will move units. When I say units, I mean it's actually going to sell outside of Game Pass, especially on PC. I also feel it's going to move Game Pass units.
That's
subscriptions.
why-
It's going to move. It's going to make a lot of noise this September.
That's
Dirt,
why they
it-
announced the Series S, the 1 terabyte edition.
Oh yeah, we talk about that, did we?
Yep, I think it's going to sell consoles also, man. So
They put that just
But
before it.
Dirt, we've reached an interesting part in Xbox's Game Pass lineage where they have top tier games, first party, that have collector's editions, deluxe editions, yada yada, and now we're getting benefits for those editions because we have Game Pass. So I think it's like you get the deluxe edition. If you have Game Pass, you get the deluxe edition for like extra $34, something like that.
yeah.
Yeah, like interesting to see how that pushes sales versus subscriptions and however.
Yep, I agree. Before let me get these 108 with the 2. I'm not letting up on that. Fuck on ponies. Fuck that. Damn, bro. Hey, piss 108 off. 108 with the 2. I'm giving away Starfield when I do my unboxing. Nice, bro. That's dope shit. Hey, man, sub to 108, man. Thank you, bro. Appreciate it. Jay, remember with the 2, hit the like button, people. Hit that like button. Thank you, fam. All right, y'all. Let's go to the last 30 minutes of the show. Let's go. All right, it's time for Do You Give a Shit Gaming News. Now, Rand, you've done this before. You know, you just kind of hop in whenever I'm gonna talk a whole bunch of smaller topics, and then we're gonna be out of here, brother.
All right.
All right. So the first thing I want to talk about is Activision CEO Bobby Kotick says the FTC filing is a welcome update and one that accelerates the legal process in the email to employees. So it seems like Microsoft and Activision Blizzard, they're kind of welcoming what the FTC is doing. Am I wrong about that?
They want to
Joey?
go to court as soon as possible.
Soon
That's
as
what it's
possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they know they have a case that's going to be hard to, oh, my dog is a piece of trash.
Come on,
My dogs, yeah. So this whole thing, Ram, you have any thoughts about this? Like we've been talking about this for so long.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is sort of what they wanted, honestly, because it gets the FTC and the thing into federal court, and Xbox and Activision and Microsoft think they have a slam dunk case against the FTC in federal court. So it's heating up, man. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if the judge has granted the injunction or whatever yet. So maybe this is all going to come to a head really, really quickly. Maybe.
Yeah, I mean that's what some people kind of predicting. They saying this could it be that this thing could be done soon, or I don't know, man. We will find out.
Because it sounded like the FTC said in their court filing that they were told Microsoft was going to close the deal after this weekend or something.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. So that's
why they're filing the injunction to get a judge to stop them from doing it.
Hold on. So you're telling me that Microsoft bait and switched them? Like fucking baited them to do something?
I don't know.
That'd be funny though. Let's lie that we're gonna do this, and so that you can move your shit faster.
If they go to close it and they file an injunction to stop them, and a judge says this is nonsense, I'm not stopping them. I wonder what that means as far as FTC approval. Do they need it at that point?
I don't know with the judge.
Don't know.
Yeah.
No, but this is gonna be a glorious day. If the ABK deal, like this showcase we had, it was a strong showcase for Microsoft, and then the ABK deal that closes within the next 4 to 6 weeks, bro. It's a wrap. It's a done deal, bro.
Oh, that's gonna be another glorious day. I have so many receipts ready to go. Gonna be absolutely glorious. Hey, I don't know if you guys saw the Capcom show. It was okay. I like the Ubisoft show better, but they showed that game Pragmata. I don't know if you guys remember. It was it debuted. Was it PlayStation Showcase 2020? And it went like dark. People were like, what happened in that game? Well, they showed some gameplay from it. Just a little small snippets, but they also said they're delaying the game. They need more time. I don't know if you guys saw that.
How did it look? It
looked fine. It looks like some type of guy with like a spacesuit on with that little girl kind of on his back, and she has powers. The little blonde girl. So that's about it. They didn't show much of it, but they said they're still working on the game. Be patient, it's coming. So. That's it.
Capcom's done a great job for coming back. They've done a great job, man.
Yeah, because they were like kind of shitty in the PS3, Xbox 360 generation.
Did they show anything about Resident Evil, by the way? Or they?
I saw the VR, the PS2 VR.
But nothing about Resident Evil 4 DLC or nothing like that, right?
I didn't see nothing like that. No.
All right.
Yeah.
So.
Kizzle with the 5. The buttons on the DualSense controllers have shapes because ponies can't read. Dreamcast guys run by the Starfield controller. Oh my god!
Hey, I tried to tell him.
Yeah, it's funny, man. Lord Starkill with the 5. Shout out to the Advanced Technology Group for helping out with Starfield. Yeah, man.
Nice.
And remember, they said there's an awful lot of people testing the game right now. And like you said, Joey. So I'm expecting that game to be pretty good when it releases. Who was that was talking about a Jet Set Radio game? Was that you, Joey?
No.
I mean, I mentioned Jet Set Radio.
Oh, did you?
No, preview video. Yeah. Well, I said that it might exist because it came from the same thing that leaked Persona 3 remake, which was real.
But here's the thing: I saw today that trailer.
That's how I was going.
But here's the thing: when you look at the leak video of Sunset Overdrive, Jet Set Radio, and you look at the trailer, the art styles are not the same. So it tells me like I think they're different games.
Guess we'll see. What I just want to talk about what was shown at Ubisoft show for Roller Champions, a Jet Set Radio event.
Yeah,
That's about it. So Diablo 4 crosses. I thought this was like they was just being funny. Crosses 666 million. I would say 666. Hell no, but yeah, I guess it's real. Sales within 5 days of launch, setting a new Blizzard all-time record. The game is fire, bro. I've never played a Diablo game before. All of the hype, I was on a few podcasts. They was like, yo, the game is dope. The game is dope. Pong Soul and PTK Blam. They talked me into getting it, and I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
That's going to be a first-party gameplay.
It is.
Yeah.
hopefully.
So, yeah. So Xbox boss Phil Spencer, he said like Japanese relationships are difficult because Xbox doesn't sell well over there. But he's obviously made a lot of deals with Capcom and Sega, but he admits Square Enix needs some more work.
You even throw shades at him at one point. They're like POSs.
Yeah, because they like, we're working with Sony. We love Sony. Oh, man. So Clockwork Revolution already looks so good, and it was only pre-alpha, bro.
That's pre-alpha?
That's what he said. That's what they said.
Oh, boy.
Just imagine.
Damn.
Man, that game looks dope, bro. So I mentioned this. He said sales of the Xbox Series X have increased 1,300% on Amazon after the showcase and Starfield Direct. But I guess this just in France from what this person saw. Peter Ovio, he said he saw in France. Wherever, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Obsidian has said that Avowed will be more like the Outer Worlds than Skyrim in terms of size and scope. I'm okay with that. Every game doesn't have to be a 200-hour game, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
And with Starfield right around the corner, who's gonna be playing that?
Right.
I like the Outer Worlds. Hey, you played Outer Worlds, Rand? Did you like that game?
I haven't played. I played a little bit of it, but it's a game I need to go back to.
Yeah, I actually finished Outer Worlds. It was nice. It wasn't too long. I think I baited like maybe 30 hours or something. It was all right. It was all right. So yeah, I think that's good news for me personally. So Redfall got an update today, y'all. I don't know if y'all heard about it.
Yeah, I want to check that out and see what they fixed.
Yeah, hey, I'm gonna give you details, Joey.
Okay.
Improve enemy AI responsiveness. Higher enemy encounter frequency. Improve vampire combat efficiency.
Shouldn't you be doing the one that's like, ain't nobody give up?
Hey, I like
come
that,
on.
Red.
Come on.
Hold on, Red.
Red, talk that shit.
Don't nobody give a fuck.
Hold on, I didn't press that. Sean pressed that. Improve graphical fidelity and performance mode. And performance, but 60 FPS mode is still being worked on, guys. Still not there. So I finished that game, man. Give me some props for that. Don't know how I did it, but I did. Finished it. So I mentioned this earlier also. Phil Spencer said we're not doing the Xbox Series X Pro or Xbox Series XX, whatever. We ain't doing that shit. We don't need to. And I agree with him. I definitely agree with him. South of Midnight developer.
Can I add something to that there? Sorry, that's a bit
go
surprising because Tom Henderson, let's be real, he's been, when it comes to the PlayStation hardware news, he knows the stuff. He knows like the PlayStation Q Lite, the handheld. He knew about that, and he talks about a PlayStation 5 Pro incoming.
Yeah, but he's talking about PlayStation, not the Xbox.
I know, but I'm saying like I'm surprised that if PlayStation does come with a PlayStation 5, a 5 Pro next year, or maybe early in the like 2025. I wonder if Xbox will push on for something. I wonder if they change their mind. I'm just not sure how that's gonna work. You know, one company with a Pro model, but I wonder how that's gonna work.
See, but if he was asked about that, what do you expect him to say? Oh yeah, actually, you know what? Good question. We have a Xbox Series X2 coming in 2 years.
Yeah,
you know, like
true.
you would expect them to say, "Oh, you know, we're good with the consoles we have, and we, you know, the feedback we've heard, you know, people don't want it or whatever." But that could change. It's one of those things where you just be like, well, he's not going to announce a new console, so of course he's going to say, no, we're good with this. But 2025 rolls around, they might be like, here's the new console. We've heard the feedback. People want one.
That's true.
I don't know.
I mean, and more that you're promoting a new Series S with a hard drive with a new SSD. Like, why would you say something about a new console? So, yeah, I think they're not going to say anything.
Yeah, that's true. That's definitely true. But I still don't think mid-gen consoles work this generation. It worked last generation because those consoles were kind of weak initially. But yeah, well, that's just me. A couple things from the Matt Booty Phil Spencer interview on Giant Bomb. Joey mentioned this, but Matt Booty said if we ship today, it will have the fewest bugs. I'm sorry, Sean mentioned this, the fewest bugs a Bethesda game has ever shipped with. Phil said 5 years ago, if you asked when you could see an Atlas game on Xbox, yeah, people would ask that and shit. Who left? Oh, R&B left. Like I was saying, this is amazing. You're seeing these Atlas games being on Xbox stage. There were years where people, like Sean said, will make fun of Xbox for not having these games, Persona games and all that. Now they're actually debuting new Atlas games on Xbox stage. I think that's pretty good. And Capcom actually debuted a new game on Xbox stage.
That's amazing.
A new IP, right? A new IP.
That's amazing to see because I remember listening to these other podcasts, them dog shit podcasts, and saying Phil's going out to Japan just having martinis.
And he's doing nothing. I remember people saying that. Yeah. Yep. One away with the two Dreamcast guy lick his car. Oh, man. Shit. Like a monkey in love. Come on, man. Oh my God, man.
I remember.
Goodness.
I remember one year that.
Hold on, let me get this other one. Jax with the two. It's too bad I'm on the final boss of Redfall. Yeah, the final boss wasn't hard at all either. I beat the final boss the first go. But I'm sorry. Go ahead, Joey. What you say?
No, I was just saying like how surprising Atlas games are coming to Xbox. Like I remember one year PlayStation was kind of dry, and there were like all third parties, and Persona 5 came that year, and everybody's like making fun of Xbox because they were taking. Oh, of course, it was exclusive back then, but it was like PlayStation fans actually took Persona 5 like it was a big deal. Like they have it and Xbox doesn't, and now that it's on our side, and they're like, I don't know. I'm just glad that these Japanese games are coming to Xbox.
Actually. I mean, even if they're not your cup of tea, there's plenty of people that do like those games on the platform. So
all we need is Final Fantasy, so a lot of people can just be happy, and Square Enix can make some money. Pieces of shit.
Lowest Star Killer with the 5. Shout out to Rand for being on WBG today. Yeah, shout out to Rand, man.
Shout out to Rand for having me.
Shout out to Rand.
Ponybot here.
Ponybot.
Oh man. So Phil Spencer once again reiterated that Game Pass is successful and it's
that's impossible. I've been told that it's not profitable and they're just burning money. This is what I've been told, man. Phil's lying. Phil has to be lying, right?
Phil doesn't know shit, Ron. Phil doesn't see the books.
I listen to my favorite Twitter analysis and favorite YouTubers. They tell me these things.
Right.
They see the books, Ron. They see the books. They know how to run a $1 trillion company.
I actually got some footage. Shout out to my homie Joey Kraken. Let me share the actual footage of him saying these things. Let me blow it up.
Or are you like going, all right, we're going to take a loss on this one to raise the profile? What's the balance there? Because surely like putting all these major games that you're spending millions on developing, marketing, and then making that away for free, giving that away for free, and then also raising.
Hey, can you pause this for a second?
Sure.
Yeah, for free.
If you go and watch Giant Bomb's, because they did watch the whole showcase. This guy who's talking, anytime a game was shown, he'd be like, "No release date. Oh, this is getting bad for Xbox."
Yes,
really.
Every single time, like when Fable was shown, he'd be like, "That's not gameplay," and no date. And then like he was basically like crapping on it hard. Like,
really,
this is getting real bad for Xbox.
Really?
No dates.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So I'm not surprised he might be the one to ask for, hey, by the way, is Game Pass actually making money? Not surprising.
Wow. Funny stuff.
Free.
Well,
you must be taking a hit somewhere, right?
I think everybody understands that Game Pass isn't free.
Yeah.
I think everybody understands that Game Pass isn't free.
Yeah.
Game Pass is profitable. Xbox is profitable. Game Pass is profitable, Xbox is profitable, and
Good
it's,
editing,
I'd say,
Joey.
sustainable.
Yeah.
People's like, is that
They gotta
profitable or not?
reiterate it,
Like,
man.
I think people get hung up on like, well, you're spending $70 billion buying something. You're making $70 billion a year, but that's not how it
completely
works.
different.
That's not how it works.
But I'm going to take it back to console.
Okay.
Back like in the olden days when we just did games on console, and every time we shipped a console, we pretended that Sony. And
so
Nintendo-
you
No,
said it
but he
again.
did a good analogy there. It's like when we released a game exclusive on our side, nobody ever came to him to say, how are you making money if you're not selling this game on PlayStation, on Nintendo, when it was just selling games?
Right.
He's like, now the same logic you're using on Game Pass when it's the exact same logic. It's just a different method of distribution. So I love the analogy that Phil used after that. Like he's
I
like,
think
dude,
Phil tired of these
and
assholes.
he actually said, dude, the math. He basically said it's just simple math, bro.
Yeah.
So it's
I
like,
think Phil is tired of these assholes, man.
yeah.
He's tired of them, bro. Man. Let me read these right quick before we continue. Excuse me. Tip Diamond with the 550 Canadian. What up, Dirt, Sean, Phantom, Deb, and RB and guests? Xbox Showcase is fire. Hit that like bud and hashtag WBG, hashtag TTS. Thank you, Tip Diamond. Appreciate you. Always appreciate you, man.
Yeah, man.
One away with the two. Piece of face guy is Rand's secret advisor. What the hell? I don't know what's wrong one away today. He's angry, man. Lord Star Killer with the two. Kyler Moriarty can't accept Game Pass is successful. Yeah, those guys don't want to believe. Listen, man, I'm not about to up here act like I know everything that's going on with the $1 trillion company, one of the richest companies in the world. I'm sure they know what they're doing. Carl Weed with the 5, the Shade Tree CEOs like King Thrash told me Xbox was bleeding money. Some people on Twitter are simpletons. I can tell they've never managed anything. Yeah, man, these guys, they, we'll call them out over here, pieces of trash. All right, let's go and continue so we can get out of here, man. Joy also clipped this. We meant like when Phil was talking about Edge software. I really like this.
You sort of
releases this year.
Well, I mean, as well, you're talking about next year. You said 2025 too. How many years ahead have you sort of, even in the back of your mind, have an idea for based on conversations you're having with teams on projects that might be very, very early in development?
We were just in Obsidian on Friday and saw a pretty good roadmap. I mean, when you start to think about, what's the future of Halo? What does that roadmap look like? When you start to think about, think about,
Yo, Phil, hey, man, are they doing another Doom or are they doing a new IP or Quake? I'm so curious about it, man.
I know he was wearing that Hexen shirt.
That's Hexen.
Hexen.
I know a lot of people say,
Bro, hold on, Joey, what's
be
that?
Quake.
Joey, you got a lot of feedback, bro. What the hell was that?
I could
Was
see
it rain
being
again?
Quake.
Oh damn, it's loud as hell, bro. Sorry about that. So yeah, he seemed pretty excited to whatever Ed is working on. So I'm happy about that. All right, we got a few more. Did I say this already? South of Midnight developer ensured this Black Heroine was created by Black women. I don't think I mentioned that one. I think that's kind of cool, man. So weekend box office, Transformers: Rise of the Beast was number 1. Did y'all see that? Did anybody see that? No?
Don't nobody give a fuck.
Come on, man. You don't like Transformers?
Come on, dude.
All right, fine. I'll move on there. Damn it. Oh, man. Phil Spencer says he already played Clockwork Revolution a year ago on his console. So does that mean that the game is further along? I don't know.
He played it a year ago? Dang.
That's what it said. Yeah, that's what it said.
Nice.
So Fable was all in game, captured on the Xbox Series X. We already knew that. Got a couple more. Oh, so like the oh my. All right, so that's it, pretty much. I got a couple more things, but I can't even find them right now. Matt Booty did say 4 first-party games per year. Now, does that mean 4 AAA?
I think.
Like,
Well,
what do you
that's what
guys
it sounds
think?
like. Yeah.
Well, I think it just
power
means 4 first-party games.
Just 4
Yeah, first party in general.
Okay.
But that's a great output. If you can,
Could be
if you
double
can
A.
manage that next year, I think that's what we're going to try to target. Like if Hellblade does come out, say like Feb, March time, and Avowed comes out like June, July, or maybe the back burner, I reckon they can manage that. They can get close to manage even at 3 IPs like this year, like Hi-Fi Rush, Redfall, Starfield, and Forza Motorsport. That's 4 first-party games.
Yeah.
Well, also they got, even when you think about it, they got what, Age of Empires 2 as well,
Yeah.
GoldenEye, that was in January. Age of Empires 4 console version is supposed to be this fall. At least they said that earlier in the year. I don't know if it still is, but yeah, that's a lot of games.
Xbox has no games.
It's different from 2017 when it was Halo Wars 2 and Super Lucky's Tale, right?
That's it.
Mhm.
Hey,
We're 2019, Gears 5 and Crackdown 3, right?
Crackdown 3.
Right.
Gears 5 was, man.
Gears 5
yeah.
was awesome. Though. I love
Gears
Gears
5,
5.
still to this day.
Gears 5 was
that
awesome.
game
But
was
the beauty about this, the teams
amazing.
are a lot more time now. A lot
Yeah,
more time to make a
absolutely.
proper Gears game, like to take it to take it to the next level. And I really do they'll achieve that.
Yep. Glowing
that-
previews for Alan Wake 2. The visuals look next gen. True third-person survival horror. Detective work solving cases.
Injected into my veins.
Yeah, man.
That
they
was
said
the
it's
best game of PlayStation Showcase.
absolutely easily. Look great. Influenced by True Detective, Coen Brothers, Fargo, and Seven. I recently saw Fargo for the first time like last week. I'd never seen it before. I actually enjoyed it.
The TV show?
No, the movie. The movie. So that's about it, man. Just Cause series has sold over 20 million copies. I didn't like 4. Are you into that series, Rand? Just Cause?
I haven't played Just Cause since the second one.
Yeah, and I like the third one. I finished the third one. The fourth one I didn't like for some reason. I think the graphics were too shitty. I don't know what was wrong with it. It's like a 720p. But that's about it. Oh, one quick thing. That Prince of Persia Lost Crown looks awesome to me. I don't know why that game got all those downvotes. Why that game got all those downvotes?
Did you see the new gameplay today, lad?
Yeah, that
Did
shit
you
looks
get to see
fire,
the
man.
Ubisoft event?
That game looks awesome. I have
what
no
game?
idea why that game got so many downvotes.
It's from the team that made Rayman Legends.
Yeah.
So, whew,
Dirk,
it's going to be good.
You're dealing with a generation that don't appreciate side scrollers or anything like that, because to them, you know what I'm talking about. To them, it's still, tinky winky indie.
That's stupid, man. That
small
shit look fire, bro.
That game looked really good, and the special abilities reminded me of Immortal Phoenix Rising. Some of the
I never did play it,
abilities they
man.
were
You
doing.
kept on telling me to play that. I never
That's
did
a
play
great
that.
game. Ron, did you ever play that game? Immortal
Yeah,
Phoenix
I
Rising?
played Immortals Phoenix Rising. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
That was a great game from Ubisoft.
Yep, he kept on telling me, Dutch, play that game, bro. I was like, I'm gonna play. I never did play that shit. I need to play it. Last topic I have, guys. Spider-Man 2 will launch on October 20th. Now, why in the hell didn't they announce that at PlayStation Showcase? It's literally
Good
like
question.
2 weeks later. Is Jeff Keighley that powerful of a man that told Sony, yo, don't give the release date, let us do it? Is he that powerful of a man?
He may be,
It seems like it, yeah.
It may be like, maybe they feel different audience and they want to let people know Spider-Man when it's coming. Maybe they weren't sure when they were putting together the PlayStation show if they could hit a September release date. So it's like, okay, we're not gonna say anything. And then in the time in between, maybe they were like, all right, we can hit October. I don't know. Maybe Sony felt pressure that the show didn't go over very well. So because all he really showed up was, he showed up on stage and he looked at 2 concept arts and it was like, oh, by the way, here's the date. Who knows?
Yeah, that was one of the.
It was funny, man. 'Cause somebody in the chat said that. They was like, "Yo, man, I bet you because of the backlash they got for the showcase, they said, yo, let's show the release date." That's funny, man. But yeah, that's good.
You watched the PlayStation,
Yep.
that amazing PlayStation showcase. Amazing that was for us.
Almost perfect.
Nearly perfect, by the way.
Nearly perfect for us. That was, Spider-Man 2, like watching it back, did that impress you? Like, did you expect, like, when they were showing off the first CG trailer with like Venom and Miles, and everybody look at the graphics, look at the in-engine stuff, and then they showed Spider-Man 2 the gameplay. Were you a bit like underwhelmed, or was it a really good game to you? Did it look good to you?
I will say I wasn't underwhelmed, but I wasn't overwhelmed. It was just kind of looked like more of the same, which is kind of
more of the same.
What like God of War Ragnarok was, which is which is perfectly fine. Spider-Man 2018 and Miles Morales I thought were really damn good.
Mm-hmm.
So I with the introduction of the symbiote and probably Miles and Peter fighting, and then someone, whoever it is becomes Venom, the game's probably going to be, rock solid as it always is.
Yeah, 100%.
But I wasn't expecting some sort of, oh my god, it's PS5 only, so the game's going to look this much better. Because it is built on the bones of essentially, stuff they built.
My question is were you expecting a PS4 game?
Was I expecting a PS4 game?
'Cause that's what it looks like.
I don't know. I mean, my expectations were it looked like I thought it looked. I don't know. I wasn't
kind of up in the air.
I was expecting more like this is the next gen game, Insomniac Games. It's just, like you can see the improvements and the speed of it, but I'll be honest with you, Ran. I can see that game running on the PlayStation 4 Pro.
But did you see that water?
That water doesn't it?
All right, y'all, let's go ahead.
Was the Kraken lacking?
Oh man. All right, let's go ahead, man. Let's get out of here. Let me get these before we get out of here. THX with the 2. Gollum Moriarty hugs his precious PlayStation after Xbox showcase. Wow.
As he should. Yo, but it would be amazing though, Ran, if they announced it for PlayStation 4.
I just think it would be cool.
That would be hilarious.
It should have been co-op. I don't know.
Well, you know what?
What went wrong with that?
If you look at the gameplay with all of those set pieces, and they can't really do co-op for real. I don't think, Dragon's Blade with the 5. Thank you all for yesterday's show and this show. Xbox made me real happy. I rewatched the showcase twice and smiled the whole time. TTS box. Yes, it's a good time, man. Listen, as an Xbox fan, ran to be the first to tell you, it wasn't always peaches and cream for us pro Xbox content creators. It was difficult years, and listen, stuff like this, times like this, it's beautiful, man. I just cherish it, bro. I cherish it because we never know what happened. Like Xbox had great momentum early in the year, and then the Red Force shit happened, the CMA stuff happened, and it was down. Now it's back up, and Xbox has a lot of great momentum, and I'm just enjoying it right now, bro.
Yeah, it's all kind of just like YouTube, man. Peaks and valleys. Things are really good, and then things get bad. Things are really good, ups and downs. But you're right, man. I mean, for anybody that's lived through the Xbox One generation, it's kind of like when people were calling this showcase, this is make it or break it. I'm like, bro, we lived with the Xbox One gen. Like you said, every single show during the Xbox One gen was make it or break it. Like I don't know. I think there's just a segment of people out there that just want Xbox to die, wither away, go away for whatever reason, and I don't understand it.
Me either. I just don't get it. I really don't get it. So, yeah, man, you're right about the peaks and valleys of YouTube. One day you got your chapters, next day your chapters gone.
Damn, they took your chapters. Unbelievable.
They took my chapters, sons of bitches. All right, guys.
I've never had mine, so it's okay, player.
Yeah. All right, guys, we are out of here, man. I want to tell Rand, thank you again for being here. Listen, man, shout out to you. You're my favorite YouTuber. I ain't just kissing your ass because you're on the show, but you really are.
Thank you.
Thanks for stopping by, man. And I'm sure everybody knows where to find you. Guys, if you're not subscribed to Rand, subscribe to his channel. He's back to doing videos. He took a hiatus for a while where all he was doing was
lost that passion, man. Lost the passion.
Yeah. Is it back now? Because you're doing videos again.
I mean, passion, it's sometimes like anything, peaks and valleys. Sometimes you're in it. Sometimes you just want to create content. Other times you're just like, I don't give a fuck. Like
that happens.
So we're back. I even thought about making a video tonight, but I don't think I will. And maybe tomorrow, maybe Wednesday. There's a lot of stuff to talk about. So
yeah, absolutely,
finally,
man.
And it's not about A, B, F, and K either. Thank God.
Yes. So thank you for stopping by, man. So we got you booked for next year.
Yeah, of course.
You got me booked for next year. Yeah,
we got Perfect Dark next year.
Oh yeah.
I think even Phil did say something about Perfect Dark being at next year, right?
I gotta watch that interview in its entirety tonight because I only watched like bits and pieces of it. Gotta watch.
And
the
id Software, maybe. Phil look excited. Ooh.
Yeah, he looked very excited when he said id Software. id Software. So shout out to Xbox. Shout out to you, man. Thank you, bro. Once again. Any more podcasts you gotta do this week besides yours?
Yeah, I'll be on Infinite Numbers on Thursday. I think with you,
I'll
right?
see you Thursday then. Yeah, I'll see you Thursday. Yeah.
And then I'll be on Spawn Wave on Saturday, I think.
Oh, nice. Big time. Big time over there. So shout out to you, Rand. Sean, what you got going on, bro?
First of all, got to give a shout out to Rand for coming on and putting on a great show. It's also always awesome to have him every year after the Xbox Game Showcase. If it's good news or bad news, always turn up and we always have a good time. So shout out to Rand and Jazz for putting on a good show on Friday as well. Xbox 2 podcast. So salute to them guys. Tomorrow, Xbox Extended Showcase. I'll be live streaming that. I'll be available. So join me tomorrow. We'll be talking that shit. Let's hope they show off some Hellblade combat, which I doubt.
Right.
I think they're just going to go into the technical type of things, what they're doing with the game probably. But hey, it's a lot of fun. I'm not sure how long is that show. Is it like 1.5 hours, 2 hours long?
I'm not sure.
I don't know. I don't think they've said.
Yeah, I believe it's at 1 p.m. Eastern, so 6 p.m.
I'll
my
still
time.
be at work, man. I'll check it out on my phone.
Yeah, 100%. Just hop in or something. But what a great show, man. A great weekend has been for us. Xbox.
Yep. Absolutely. Hey, man, so hey, somebody in the chat kind of remind me, Dreamcast guy is on like Spawn Wave show, right?
Indeed he is.
Oh, shit. Don't tell him what you heard over here, man. Don't tell All righty. Hey, Devin, bro, what you got going on, man?
Not much, man. I'm just gonna be watching the shows, man, listening in, and just be on Twitter, man.
All right, brother.
Looking forward to the news, man. Hoping that this deal, a bunch of crazy stuff going on with the Activision deal, so hopefully some good news with that, man.
All right, bro. Appreciate you. R&B, man, you there?
Yeah, I'm here, mofo. What's up?
I just want to say peace out, you piece of trash.
POS.
Nah, bro, what you got going on?
Actually, finally catching up with the E3 show. I still call it E3, even though it's not E3, because it's still ingrained in my head. I still got to go through all daily routines, rewatch it.
You beat Plague's Tale Requiem yet?
Yeah, I beat Plague's Tale. I already told you that, you POS.
Oh, I still got to ask you because I didn't believe you when you said it.
Yeah, now I'm on. I'm juggling Midnight Suns and Diablo 4, but since Redfall did come out with that update, that was what I was holding out for because I was afraid that they were just gonna abandon the game. But since they're on their update rollout, I'll probably just go back around to that and finish that out first and get on everything else.
One thing about Redfall I absolutely love though is the atmosphere.
Yes,
I really love the atmosphere.
It is downright creepy.
That's something I did like. Yeah, I like being in a little small town. You know what I'm saying? In like maybe the fall, the autumn. No leaves falling off the trees, and I do like the atmosphere of the game.
Oh yeah,
yeah. I like the atmosphere of the game.
Don't nobody give a fuck.
Come on, Sean. I'm just telling you how I feel about Redfall. Now, why would you say that? All right, guys. Let me get the super chats that we get out here. G Stealth with the 2 before you guys leave F Dreamcast. Come on, man. Rand's going on the show with him Saturday, man.
You guys are brutal.
Yeah, brutal over here. Oh my God. Lord Star Killer with the 2. Dreamcast got the human pony. Please play that dirt. Oh, man. That's it. We are leaving. Thank you, everybody, for being here. We'll see you guys this week. I'll probably do a one-man Dark Man on Thursday. Sean's doing this streaming the Xbox Extended Showcase tomorrow. Drop some more videos if some more stuff happens, and that's about it. Great time to be an Xbox fan. And we are out of here, guys. See y'all next week.
Peace out.
Peace out. What a damn outro.
Hey, pony. You stay at that after 30 seconds. Guess what? 1,000 planets, bitch.
1,000. What the hell are you talking about?
POS.